Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eyes. You go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart. Breaks my heart, 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 heart. Breaks my heart, 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 heart. Breaks my heart, heart, heart. Breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart. So I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eyes. You go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. Me to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from the locked up ghost of your sound, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Right on time. And here's Noms.
Hello, friends.
How's it going?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. You're doing hello?
I'm doing hello.
That's a good thing to be. Hello to Axix. How's it going, Pepper? Marks, welcome in. Delamuka, welcome back. It's very good to see you. As always, Blue Link, hello. How's it going, Sakutera? Calling you Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, hello.
Have you decided your contribution today will be various greetings? That's about all?
Yes.
That's okay. How's your morning going so far, Noms?
It's going all right. I had cheesecake for breakfast. That's what you can do in Japan.
Did have cheesecake for breakfast, yes. And, yeah, it's nice. Definitely, it's one of our first mornings of relaxation recently. The past week or so has been pretty darn busy, go for little old Noms.
I guess so. I mean, that's every day, isn't it?
But not today.
Okay.
The weekend is nice.
Yes. Saturdays in particular.
Saturday's nice, right.
Sundays, I have things to do.
Here comes the music. I forgot to turn the music.
Here comes
All right.
some music.
Very good. Hello, Paul.
Boy.
How we doing? Dark Crystal, welcome. Luren, thank you for being here for sure. Any big plans for this morning for you?
This morning? I'm debating whether I want to go for a run.
A little run. It is cool this morning.
It is cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I took my little allergy pill, so
That's good.
I have protection against the elements if I decide to go outside.
That's very good. Yeah, last night was surprisingly windy and cold. Went to bed, I was feeling kind of warm actually, and so I didn't put out any blankets at all.
You open the window?
Opened the blinds because the blinds were blowing around some and touched me while I was sleeping.
They're called curtains.
The curtains, sorry, not the blinds, the curtains were blowing and touching me. I know I can't have that, and so I had the window wide open, and then midway through the night, it got really, really cold, and I went and got a blanket. As I say this, the word I wanted to use was not I got a blanket, but I got a cover. And I wonder if that's a regionalism.
Cover?
Yeah, like to get under the covers, I think is the standard idiom.
Yeah.
But yeah, where you're from, are blankets called covers or cover? Not in the sense of like hiding from enemy fire, getting under cover, but instead getting into the covers. Is that where you're from?
Not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a southern thing that picked up via my mother, or
like you can get into the under the covers, yes, but I don't use it very commonly.
Yeah.
And I would never say I went and got a cover.
Yeah, I'm going to get a cover. I think I would definitely say that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you're not an English speaker. This is not useful. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, I actually don't I don't know if it's an idiom or word usage that is common where I grew up or if it's my part of my family.
So far, it's just you and Pepper.
Me and Pepper, that's what counts. All right, Pepper, you and me forever, brother. All right, very good. Yeah, last night we had Indian dinner.
As usual.
As usual for date night. That said, I think we have a reason never to go back now. Quite the boisterous laugh. I like that. Yeah, so as you know, part of our standard fare at the old Indian dinner is naan, right? The tasty flatbread.
Noms, naan.
Noms is naan, that's true.
Noms,
Good.
Noms, naan.
Noms, naan. That's right.
Yeah.
So we share it back and forth, and of course we pull out a piece and eat it as one does, and I pulled a piece out, and Noms has rightfully said that she eats her naan in very dainty and careful ways.
I also dip it in my curry.
Dip in your curry, where I just take a giant bite out of it. Just took a giant bite out of it, and some part of it tasted kind of strange. Like it had a different texture than usual. I was like, oh, is that some overcooked bit of bread.
This is when it's so sad that there is no video on chat.
Why?
Because I would love to see their expressions as you are telling the story, but there are no. Yeah, there's an expression. There we go.
We'll see how it goes. A little different flavor. A little different. So I bit into it a little more, and I was like, and then I took it out of my mouth, and it was indeed a small piece of napkin. And I turned over the rest of the naan in my hand, and yes, indeed, there was a entire napkin stuck to the naan. I don't know if it comes off of the grill very hot, and so I didn't want to touch directly. I don't know if they use it for like patting down oil or something.
Yeah, so it wasn't baked onto it. Like, I was wondering if maybe he used it while he was stretching it out before he sticks it on the oven.
No, but it wasn't baked. It was definitely added afterwards, and it had a little bit of like red grease on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Though that may have been from inside my mouth. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Boy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was red grease on it.
Yeah.
And so we had this very awkward moment of, do we tell the Indian restaurant men what they have done? Because we go there pretty much every other week, maybe even every week at times. And I didn't want to make them feel bad, and I wasn't quite sure what we'd want them to do, right? We wouldn't say, like, don't you do this again, because of course...
We would have gotten a free naan out of it. Maybe.
I'm not sure we would have.
Yeah, this is Japan, so they would have just apologized profusely and done nothing about it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, because I think we've had something go wrong there before. And we didn't get anything free in response to it.
Had something go wrong there before?
Nothing huge. It was something relatively minor. They forgot to bring us something for a long time, maybe. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yep.
Yeah.
So, why is it when you come in every week, we talk about food? Because, number one, Noms and I are tremendously addicted to the food. We love the food in general. This is why, if you're on the Discord, you saw my little handout that says, here's why you have to do your yearly checkup, and all of it's about how much do you weigh. Got problems. Anyway, yeah, because Friday night's date night. And so Friday night, we almost always go out for a nice dinner somewhere, and then we hang out and have our lovely date night, and then we show up and talk to you about it. Stream stuff right after the food? Actually, no. I mean, there's breakfast usually. I have a quick little something. A cinnamon roll, once again. They're right. I was supposed to say I'm going to have, what was I going to have? I'm going to have fruit for breakfast.
Yeah, no more pastries for breakfast.
No more pastries for breakfast, I've said repeatedly in the past month. One of these days. Anyway, so that's why it's going. Hello, Cajun Killer, good seeing you. If we don't point out the paper on the naan, they might make the same mistake again. Yeah, I don't know.
I assume it's not a mistake that happens commonly.
Right, because the kind of thing that, number one, I think is obvious to them, like, don't serve napkins in the naan. But also, I can imagine if it happened, someone would have pointed it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always feel very awkward making a scene.
Yeah, and I was like, what if it's some guy in the back and he's made this mistake 4 times already, and then they said, okay, you do this again and you're out. And
That's
now
true.
this guy is out on the street.
Yeah.
He's been working under the table, so he doesn't even have proper papers, so he's like illegal and no one else is gonna hire him, and now he's destitute and on the street.
All your fault.
Maybe he was sleeping in the back too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'd be absolutely brutal. Maybe they would fire him for good show, though, because I don't think we know what the people in the back really look like. We see them in passing as we're leaving each day. But if they made a big production, we'll get to that next. They've made a big production of firing the guy, and then like took him outside until we left, and then he came right back in and worked again. We would not know the difference.
That is true.
Because we know the waiters personally at this point, but not the workers in back. So maybe it's a good scene. Do you want to explain why you went when I mentioned this person? 'Cause I think often that's the way people talk about people's accents insultingly, and you're not doing that. Hello.
I'm confused now. What is happening?
Just why do you make that noise when?
Because when we leave the store, when we leave the restaurant, everybody who works there has to say thank you to us.
This is common in
Everybody.
Japan. Common in Japan that when you're leaving, often a person will walk you outside and thank you repeatedly while they're escorting you, and then all the other wait staff will also say thank you to you for coming.
Yes. And the way they say it there, they have this like lilt at the end. So the phrase is "arigatou gozaimashita," but they have this lilt at the end where they go "arigatou gozaimashita," and it like gets extended for a long period of time. I don't know if they're waiting until we're out of earshot and we walk so slowly that they keep having to extend it or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but we should do
Yes, it's just like Welcome to Moe's. It's just like Welcome to Moe's.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I don't know why they do that extension thing. That has not happened elsewhere. Like, there definitely are places where there's a little bit of extension for the service goodbye, but there it's really extended and it's a straight lift at the end, like you said. Yeah. So I don't know if that's something about the base language they speak.
Yeah.
They're Nepalese, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know anything about Nepalese at all.
Yeah. The first time a Moe's came to our town that we met in,
Yep.
and I went in, and they all said, "Welcome to Moe's!" And I ate there, and then I decided I was never coming back because I never wanted that experience again.
Yeah.
And then after that, so that was like when Moe's first came out.
You might want to mention what Moses for people not Americans.
Moe's is like Chipotle's. It's a burrito place. You walk in and you say you want whether you want a burrito, an enchilada, or tacos or something, and then you tell them all the things you want in it.
Yeah. So it's American style Mexican food.
Yeah, but it's not like Taco Bell.
Okay. High class.
Yes, it's what is it? Fast casual.
Fast casual.
It belongs in the same tier as as Brothers. Five. What is that?
I don't know.
Five Guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll look thought it was a Simpsons themed bar. Exactly right. Yeah, you get a little prank calls in the back. Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah. And so they were so raucous. The first time I went in, I didn't want to go back, but that was when the chain had just come out.
Yeah, and so like probably had managers there keeping an eye on them. Are you appropriately yelling our phrase?
Yeah. So then since then I've been to not only that Moe's but other one, and they had toned it down, so maybe they realized that it was annoying. And especially if you're eating there and like they're playing music too. And then on top of it, there are people yelling like,
Yeah, because while you're eating, another person comes in and they shout the same way. Oh, that's kind of loud. Yeah, that's no good.
Do you want that while you're eating your burritos?
I do not want that while I'm eating my burritos, no.
Now, those burritos are fairly large.
Yep.
They're like this size. I know someone who can eat 2. I watched him eat 2.
Yeah. Am I that someone?
What?
Am I that someone?
No.
Oh, I mean, I surely could. Surely.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I took someone there to like thank them for helping me with something. I don't know, helping me move or something. I don't know. And he had 2 burritos.
That's great. You feel like you're watching The Neighbor from Home Improvement, Nam's face being cut off halfway. Yeah, it's Wilson, is I think his name, in the Tim Allen show, Home Improvement.
Because he's all over the fence all
exactly,
the time?
looking over the fence, talking to his neighbor, and...
I should bring a fence next time.
You could do that. Yeah. But it's actually, I've been thinking, so next week you're going to be streaming here. Next week you're playing Minecraft a week from today, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so the question will become, how should we set up the stream? Because I think it'd be frankly ridiculous to make you reach up to my level with keyboard and such. And so, exactly. So I think we'll actually set up the height of the camera for Noms, which means you'll only see from here down on me.
You mean we'll lower the entire table?
Yeah. And if you want a desk, you have a desk, and or if you want a chair, you have a chair.
Okay, I'm like, I don't get a desk?
You don't get a desk. You have to hold the monitor in one hand.
We're gonna do this with a laptop?
As I mentioned, my laptop's dying.
Oh boy.
Yeah, my laptop's dying.
Just gotta make it one more week.
One more week. I just need to finish the semester's grading on this laptop, and then I'll get a new one. But it's the point now where it's losing time. Anytime it goes to sleep or gets turned off, it's losing between like 30 minutes and 2 hours. Also, it can't find Wi-Fi after it goes to sleep. If I turn it off and back on, it will find Wi-Fi again. And occasionally it spontaneously turns off also.
And it makes loud beeping noises.
It makes loud beeping noises sometimes too. It is singing the song of sorrow, and
I'm like, of Sauron?
The Song of Sauron. Yeah.
That's fan fiction. Someone has written that fan fiction.
If not, we could definitely do so. Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to be that computer. Like,
There's nothing
you go to
is.
sleep, and then you've lost 30 minutes of your life?
Well, this happens to you sometimes. Like sometimes we do the crossword puzzle, you fall asleep, and I sneak away, and then I come back and wake you up, and you're like, how long was out? And if I say anything more than 15 minutes, you go, oh no, I've wasted my life.
No, I don't say it in Surfer Dude voice.
Oh no, I'm Bill and Ted, I wasted my life.
Yeah, I don't say it like that.
Yeah. Can you easily get an American English keyboard layout in Japan? Yeah, so actually, Japanese keyboards are the same as American-style keyboards. So I worried about this when I first came here. How on earth would Japanese people get their characters on a keyboard? Because with the kanji, there are so many. They have a kind of predictive typing, where if you type in, like, the ME, you get the Mei symbol. And if you keep typing beyond that into a full kanji, it'll then convert into the kanji as you go.
It's just like Gmail.
Just like Gmail, auto-predictive. Yep. But it's good to have that, because I was initially worried, oh no, we'll have some strange Japanese keyboard if I buy a keyboard in Japan. But
yeah, I think they do have Japanese keyboards where there are some other things written on it.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to see. That's such a nice, clean keyboard.
Thank you.
I do wonder, like, what Japanese people, like, think while they're doing that kind of typing, because of course they don't think of Japanese words in Romaji,
Sure,
right?
sure.
In the, like, Roman alphabet.
Right.
They think of it in terms of the Japanese alphabet.
Yeah.
So, like, in terms of virtual keyboards, I've seen a lot of people use this particular Japanese virtual keyboard on their phone, which has, like, the top letter of each. So the Japanese alphabet is made of a grid, right? It's 5 sounds, and then, like, I don't know, like 12 consonant sounds across the top matched with those 5 sounds, right? So
You want to run through it for fun?
no,
Okay.
no, I'm just trying to explain it as kind of quickly, but as coherently as I
Yeah, I
can.
understand. Yeah.
Right, and so the Japanese virtual keyboard that I've seen a lot of people use, like on the trains and stuff, has the top letter, like, has each of the top consonant sounds.
Yeah.
And then you tap it, and then it opens up the other one.
Right. So you hit like the H, and it gets ha.
Yeah, and
he,
then you
hi.
get
Right.
yeah, then you get ha hi hu he ho.
Right.
So you type H, and then you go to the next one that you want to. It's like old school style when you would type the one, and then you would type, like, another letter.
I would say that it's T9 is what that's called, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in the same way that I think when Americans got pretty competent typing on cell phones initially, they didn't think, okay, I'm pushing 1112 or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead, they would just type.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing. When Japanese people used a QWERTY keyboard, they probably go, okay, here I go, as opposed to thinking through each step of it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm wondering about is with that's still in the Japanese alphabet
Ordering,
system,
yeah.
right? And so, like, when I type in Japanese, it's really easy for me to kind of, not really easy, but, like, when I see a Japanese word, okay, now, and this presumes that one sees words in your head.
I do not see
which
words in
you
my head.
don't.
Yeah.
But when I see a Japanese word, because I'm my dominant language is English, I will see it in, like, English letters, right? In Roman letters. So I just type what I see, right? So when I see, like, people's names, for example, I see them in English in my head, and so I just type that. But I presume most Japanese people aren't like that. They see it in Japanese first, and then they somehow have to convert it to Roman letters before they type it. And I'm like, I wonder if that's a pain in the butt for them.
You could probably ask your colleagues.
Yeah.
I remember when I first heard about Chinese having this huge character set. There were a lot of jokes about, oh, they must have keyboards with thousands of buttons, and that'd be absolutely ridiculous. So I think you should definitely ask your friends on this one. So
Speech to text, that's a good idea.
oh, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Cajun asks, do I know the ABCs of Japanese? I can identify all of the basic characters, but I can't quickly do the thing that Nams just did there with the hi-hu across all the characters. I don't know if there's a song that goes with it in the way that the English alphabet has its song.
Well, now that the semester is over, we're going to get serious about Japanese. And then we can go to the book off and get you all sorts of little kids' books. Because one of my colleagues brought his kids to an event recently. And they had, like, these little kids' books, like, that had the alphabet. And it was like, and then it had all of the things that, like, started with just like A is for alligator and ant and aunt and
Yeah,
so
that'd be
we
good.
need to get you those little kid books.
Yeah, because at this point, like, I think, obviously the biggest gap is vocabulary as always, but like anything that gets me reading and talking in Japanese, because I think this is the thing, right? Like, often people talk about the best way to learn language is immersion, right? Where you go in and you hear people talking language, etc. Japanese people don't talk that much in public. So,
Well, not here.
yeah, I mean, not here in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And so because of that, like, if I walk down the street, there aren't really any conversations to listen into.
Everybody's on their little devices.
Yeah, or if there are, they're very, very hushed. And I would have to be, like, quite up in their face to hear it all.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big change from lots of other cultures.
Maybe we need to move to Osaka, where I hear they're quite boisterous.
No, I like the quiet. Just last night we were talking about that, right? Just last night we were talking about...
Just this morning, actually.
Was it this morning? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. This morning when we woke up, we had the windows open, and we realized we were in a city of millions and millions and millions, and yeah, there was just nothing. Very, very quiet. Yeah, that's how it goes. Good call, Kim Story. Yeah, the Iroha. This is a poem, right, that uses all the different phonemes of Japanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Iroha?
it is quite old, though. And I remember looking at it at one point. I don't think it's used as much anymore for educational purposes, but it is quite the beautiful thing, apparently. Yeah. Just gonna work my language. We've been saying it'll happen this summer, so I think it will. If we make a priority and you sit down and work on your kanji, I sit down and work on my everything, that'll be good. So.
Yeah. When I was still in the States, I found a German language edition of Harry Potter.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, I can read this. It'll be a good way to keep up on my German. Except it was slow going, and I didn't get very far.
It was still going because you didn't know the vocabulary requisite, or?
Yeah, I think I probably didn't know enough vocabulary. And I didn't... Maybe if I had kept going, like, even despite not knowing every single vocabulary word, if I just kept continuing to kind of go through it, maybe I would have caught the storyline, and then maybe it carried me on.
Got it.
But I think part of it is, like, if you read a fantasy novel, right, there's a lot of words that are not normal words that show up.
Invented terms also. Yeah, and definitely something I've loved about reading fantasy novels as a kid is I learned so many fun words that are useful for the crossword now. But various words for, like, kinds of shields and kinds of royalty, which you'd see in a fantasy novel and go, oh, that's, I don't know. But in RPGs, they're there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I was picking out texts for our class this semester, there were some sci-fi things that I was thinking about picking, but then I thought, okay, if you're a non-native speaker and you're being asked to read a sci-fi book, and you can't tell if this is a real word or if it's a made-up word, that might be a little rough. Yeah,
that makes absolute sense, and I feel so bad for our students. That said, a lot of them do get the books in both languages. Yeah. So I want to mention we have a ad break in about 1:30. I do want to take that and do a crossword with you.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll move into today's game. Okay. So another minute, so we're talking. So there's some comments about scientific books in Romanian. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah.
And high school level Spanish.
Yeah. I wonder if you could get through Romanian with your background.
I don't know. When I've seen Romanian names and stuff, it does look very different to me. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard that Romanian is the closest, or they claim to be the closest language to traditional, like, Latin.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous. Hey, Tenwin, question about Tokyo, is the crime rate here lower than other major cities? Yes. Yeah, the crime is incredibly rare here. The most common kind of crime is, like, youthful mischief. That said, there's been an assassination of a former prime minister, and last weekend someone tried to kill the current one, so there's that too. But yeah, you can leave your stuff sitting around and people won't take it. It's very, very different, and that feels nice for sure. Yeah. There
may be a Latin version of Game of Thrones by now. They've been making Latin versions of lots of things. So there's Latin version of The Hobbit, Latin version of Harry Potter. So they may have gotten to Game of Thrones. That said, them's pretty thick books.
Thick books indeed.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and change us to ad mode time. Friends, back in 3 minutes. If you're a follower, if you're a subscriber, you're going to hang out and enjoy a little bit of crossword with us. Poor Noms. Poor Noms in the coughing. That's today's game.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't believe they can hear you.
Yeah, that's why I duck under the...
Yeah, Noms is doing a very nice thing of going underneath the table to cough. which I could definitely just stop the microphone if you'd like.
That's what I've been doing in Zoom calls.
Wait, really? Wait, oh, in Zoom call, I thought you meant you've been diving under the table.
Yes,
would look
in
very,
Zoom
very
calls,
strange.
yeah.
Hey, Pepper, thank you for getting the only mode up and going. All right, here is yesterday's crossword. Let's go ahead and do a refresh there and see what we can do. Make sure it's lined up correctly. That looks good to me.
I don't know. You can't read all the clues at the bottom there.
What do you mean?
Your head is covering some clues.
Okay, I'll become little noms.
That's right.
Little noms. Very good. So, let's see what we can do. See if we can get through the whole thing in one go.
Okay.
I believe in us. A Spooky by Guillermo Giglioli.
Wow, he sounds like a fancy director.
Possibly so. My apologies to all the Italians. Perfect Trip. That's pack. That's not how you spell pack.
boy,
Oh, gosh, all right. Top half of bikini.
Is a bra.
Bra, yeah. Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Game with weapon cards. Actor Lil Blank Howery. No idea. Albania's capital.
Oh.
No idea.
Forgot.
Stop fidgeting. All right, let's go downs. Alternative to Max PCs. Ring champion Ali. Good. Doctor's Cry is cut. TikTok singer. That's Kesha.
Good job.
TikTok on the clock. Carrier to Heathrow. British
Airways.
I think it's right, yeah. Ways, good. Trust with On, rely. A portion, meet out.
Lot?
A lot, that'll work good. I don't know about that
That'll
rel
work
there.
good.
But, yeah. Nintendo Avatar, the me, Mario, takes into custody, apprehends.
Arrests.
Arrests I like more. Good job.
It's always too fancy
Too
for
fancy.
this one.
Eerie, and a hint to the word that progresses upward through the starred clues answers.
Oh, no.
Eerie.
Which ones are starred?
Spooky, Halloweeny, I don't know. Irk, annoy. Trails behind his lags.
Is it?
That's Lage.
Oh, no.
Good old Lage.
It's just-
Here come crosses.
Yeah.
Albania's capital. Farina.
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Putting in a position. Something ing.
Putting in a
Pudding? Oh, putting maybe. No, it's not. It is putting, but putting. Hiring possibly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like firing, but no.
Yeah. Exercise-
That's how you put someone in a spot.
Yes.
Sit still.
Exercise done in a sweltering
yoga.
studio.
Sit
Greek
still.
god of. What do you mean sit still?
16 across.
Okay. This occasionally happens where noms repeated the same answer. I don't know what she's talking about. All right, let's do the down here then. Heavy book is a tome. Marissa tome. Gag reflex. Good. Seasoned sausage.
Salami.
Ah, nice. Tie. My tie. Textures. My bad. Surrey. Can we get this one now? Eerie.
Hair
Hair-raising. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. And unfortunately, even with that in there, I still don't know what the capital of Albania is.
Is it
but,
Tirana with a T?
Sure.
Yeah.
Place to order cow soy, a coconut curry noodle soup. A Thai restaurant.
Oh, we need to go to that nice Thai restaurant.
We can definitely do that. All right.
Not sit in the middle.
Spanish for that. There's eso, esa.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the welcome at the door. See in.
Ah.
Me too. As am I.
Hate that. Who
Patio
says that?
seat. This could be like a lounge chair.
Okay, yeah.
Fish hidden. Wait, no. Husky.edu.
EDU,
As do I. Okay. The lounge looks correct.
Yeah.
Good. Key in your F1 is escape. Persona non grata. Move like a bunny.
Hop.
Hop, hop, hop. Relieving. Easing. Yeah, that's good. Frenzied race. Dash. Yeah.
Something dash. Mad dash.
Good job. He pitied the fool is Mr. T, and so Mad Dash, absolutely. Do, re, mi, fa, sol.
You like that song?
I love that song. It's good. Sushi that isn't rolled. That's nigiri. Very good. It may get framed. Art. Debtor's note. IOU. Admittance. Entry. Have feijoada or fajitas. Eat.
Is it supposed to be eat in Spanish?
That's comer.
Comer?
Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's back in there somewhere. A U-turn from south-southwest, north-northeast, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
That's very strange. Make a move. That's act.
Ugh.
Top part of a clown costume, the wig. Customary application. I was like use cases,
Yeah.
but let's see. Bygone Russian royal. So the use part is definitely right. And then opposite of everybody, no one. Good job. And use Elmer's is glues. Use edges.
Use agent.
Yeah, there you go.
Your use is definitely right.
Well, use is definitely it's okay. Fine. Post marathon woe. An ache.
Excuse me.
Pair to reap.
Pair.
Pair.
Oh, they're backwards. They're anagrams.
Oh, good call. Yeah, the word pair and the word reap there are anagrams. Good job. Okay. Hardly sufficient.
Measly?
No. Maybe yes.
On Weasley?
Yeah. Spread as bell bottoms. Flared. Flaring.
flaring?
But it means ing. Change with the Constitution. Maybe flaring is spelled like that, which is
Oh gosh.
ugly.
What's the down?
We'll
Yeah,
see.
Okay.
Never gonna happen. Amen. Capital of Ghana is Akara.
It's
Yeah.
not measly. Oh.
I'm sorry I said no. I'm glad I was correct though.
Oh.
Akara.
That's not how you spell acra.
Is it ACCRA?
Yeah.
Good. It never happens as if, probably. And so scanty
Here,
is insufficient amounts.
So
It's alright,
I
happens.
like measly.
Highly emotional.
Intense.
Oh, nice. Good. Good T here. Irises is painted by Van Gogh.
Yeah.
How do you say that word?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah, I want to be like a fancy European. Van Gogh. It'll make you feel cooler.
Ice. Sunglasses.
Big blunders of gaff. Does fun.
Fan. A
A
fan.
fan. That's good. All right. Pop's mama. That's Nana. Very good.
Terrible.
Got along is fairs. Summer clock setting in New York City.
Mr. Daylight.
Yep. And lastly, slop shop till you
Drop.
drop. Uh-oh. All right. We screwed something up. But I mean,
God.
so I don't know about.
What's IR?
Yeah, so flittering is incorrect. It's or.
Or flare.
Game with Wild is Uno's flare out. Oh. Uh-oh. What's TES here? Ted
Ted
Turner fared.
fared.
There you go.
Fared.
Handshake. Well done.
Oh.
What was it?
Oh, look at everybody's emotes.
Thank you for the lovely emotes. Thank you for the
Look
GG.
Look at incognito. Look
Yeah.
at incognito's
There you
emote.
go. Flittering did seem so wrong. It's absolutely right. My goodness. Because the Ghetto Dachi was a small language with influence from Slavic, and Roman. Oh, wait, it's not. That's not about a crossword. We're good. It's for you about language. I was like, wait, what did I do wrong? Yeah, flittering seemed horrible, but flare out instead. Yeah, I think flittering is FLARING, but there you go. All right. Try to solve ahead of the stream as 1v2. It's gonna be rough. Yeah, that's how it tends to go for us when we're doing them together. That's one of the times tends to be much harder, and we have a lot more like,
Yeah, where the clues are just a little bit, vaguer.
Yeah, they're often phrased in a way where you need to laterally think yourself into a different context and then get the joke also. And I really like it, but our time is usually much slower, especially on the weekends. Good lord,
Such cute emote.
it's cute emotes, absolutely.
Such cute emote.
Nams, you gotta start your own streams. You can get your own emotes and show off your artistic flair.
Well, in Line, which is the what is the equivalent in the?
I mean, I think Line's used there also. It's like WhatsApp or
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Facebook Messenger.
yeah, a lot of the people here use Line for their messaging here, because it's free, and you can get stickers in Line, and so everybody has stickers, and you can you can get them personalized, so you can have your name as part of the sticker, and they're so cute.
So if you want to have like a sticker of some random thing, can you upload it yourself, or is there a predetermined set you're allowed to use? No worries.
I don't know.
No, yeah.
I know they have a giant sticker shop, right? And
Oh.
then you can buy stickers, and then like one of my friends has a whole bunch of them, and she's like, oh no, I don't buy any of them, but it's just like people buy them for me if they owe me money or something, or if I did something nice, they'll buy me a sticker or something, and so I have all these stickers.
Interesting.
But yes, yeah, oh, and then somebody else from work has like all the cutest stickers, but she has an 11-year-old daughter.
Oh,
and
I
that's
see, I
why
see.
she is hip to everything that the teens are doing.
So, I actually would say I don't mind having that purchase for sticker thing for a program like Line, because Line's free, right? Free to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I far prefer that to messaging services where there's no cost anywhere at all, because then it means they're definitely harvesting your data as the primary money-making service there.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully Line is a little bit. I think Line though has in cahoots with the Chinese government.
Yeah.
And so American diplomats are not allowed to use it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I suspect the money might actually go back to the sticker maker.
Oh, cool.
Because there's a lot of like Disney stickers that are really, really popular here.
Oh, okay.
Disney is so popular here. I mean, it's popular in the States, but really popular here.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people in the States, Disney is seen as being primarily a kid's thing. And you like when you're a kid and you're happy to see kids having fun with it. And you might go to see Disney, but the person who is overwhelmingly full of Disney in their life is seen as a little unusual in the States. Here, it seems like a lot of adults are Disney through and through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, Mickey is still big. Winnie the Pooh, very, very, very big.
Yep.
Then again, you said a Mandalorian joke to one of your students, and they didn't get it.
If she's American, though. Yeah, she's American.
Yeah, that's
student.
probably, maybe that's why she didn't get it.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
if
don't
she
know.
were Japanese, she'd be like, oh yeah, Disney, I know Disney.
That's what I should have tried. All right, I think it's time to move to today's game time.
Can I watch?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Here, Pooh is popular in China too? Not exactly. What is it? It uses a stand-in to insult the premier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a critique of Xi is often carried out through
Through Pooh?
through Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Huh, that's really
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm going to change our directory over. Feel free to continue talking if you want to. We're moving over to the King of the Castle directory.
I wonder why Winnie the Pooh got selected for that in particular.
Honestly, not sure. All right, so put away the crossword. Welcome, my friends, to today's game. Would you mind grabbing my brown jacket, Noms? It's on top on the right-hand side. Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Noms.
Oh boy, Noms is a small person.
You got it. You're a hero.
Noms is a small person.
Very good, very good. Are we in the correct directory now? Yes, King of the Castle directory. All right, friends, we played this one last week. This game is really super fun,
Oh,
and
it's like Fred Rogers time.
it is a game that you get to play along with me. It's a Twitch, what's it called? A Twitch,
Exclusive?
not exclusive, integrated. It's Twitch integrated game. And so by typing a magic code in chat, you get to play too. If you saw it last week, you'll know that I won. This week we'll see how that goes. So, we've had our first update of the game. The Good to Be King update. It's good to be me. Reign supreme with our first major post-launch update. Royal buffs. You'll recall that in 1.0, the developers said that it was very hard to be the king. We'll see. So, royal buffs. Earlier laws, shorter ambitions, and monarch's vote. A new taxation feature to bribe or tax individual regions. 4 to 6 player games, Import your friends' games are news, Extensive scheme rebalancing, new events and content. Scheme and noble tooltips, new hats, bug fixes, and more. I forgot to turn the extension on. Pardon me while I do that. Noms, vamp for a bit.
Oh, I was like, wow, you're just reading the screen. This is... my eyes were glazing over a little bit because I was like, oh, is this just screen reading time? But anyway, yeah, I thought, are you doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing?
I'm trying to decide if I should be insulted. I mean, definitely in case I know when one's giving a
Sorry.
PowerPoint presentation, one should not just read the screen aloud. But I think when there's information on the screen, I think it's appropriate to read it.
You can summarize it like a good teacher does.
Well, the problem is I don't know what it says.
Oh, okay.
So I have to read it.
You didn't prepare for class today?
All right, vamp about something while I while I get this set up. Where are the extensions?
Yeah, Stream Friends. In summer, the classes that Resorty teaches will be even longer, so he has to redo his entire syllabus to fit a shorter semester because it's summer semester, which is shorter. So that will be very interesting. I would never teach in summer semesters. Way too long, right? The classes are like an hour and a half, which maybe to some of you educators out there, you're like, that's nothing.
Right.
But to me, it feels like a long time because I think I've always been used to like 50 or 51 or 53 minute long classes. I think it was, I think when you have like 53-minute classes, it's like killer because everybody's done
53
it. Like,
minutes?
I think I've been somewhere where it's like some weird number like that. I think that school also had a bell system though because it was so bizarre.
Wait, a bell system?
Yeah,
At a
like
college?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen a bell.
This is a.
Oh, I know it is. Yeah, it's alright.
Do you?
I think it's okay.
No.
No, okay.
No, it's my esteemed graduate institution.
Oh, really? Your STEAM graduate institution had
Yeah.
bells. That's really surprising.
Yeah, it's a college. It's a college of at the time like 50,000 students.
That's
Had a
amazing.
bell system.
Can't imagine. All right, real quick. Is the extension's up? Thank you, Ink. Yeah. So on your screen now, there's a little box. Once the game starts, the
Oh,
little box will give
wow.
you lots of information about who you are and what you're doing. And if you are on mobile, I apologize. It'll be fun anyway.
Oh, Pepper Unga, what you said about a coworker give a PowerPoint presentation that was just videos of them giving a presentation. I watched one of those the other day.
Absolutely
It
ridiculous.
was about ChatGPT, except it was like videos of this person being like, now here, let's try and see how ChatGPT works. And then it was like, I don't know
Yep.
why he did that.
Hey, Zeph, how's it going? The first year you taught a Friday after lunch 3-hour freshman 30-person section.
Oh.
Yeah. I've covered for some 3-hour long classes in graduate school, but no, I've
Time
never.
for breaks.
Yeah, the longest class I've ever taught consistently was an hour and a half twice a week, or that was an hour 40 twice a week. And that was fun.
I have taught once a week 3-hour class.
You have.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. What's the shortest class I've ever taught? So the shortest like scheduled class is 50 minutes. There was one class period I did not handle terribly well when I had told my students ahead of time that I need you to do this reading for next time, or the class I have scheduled will not work. And they didn't. I did the this part doesn't matter. I just need to know for today. Did you do the reading? I will not mark your grades down. And one student of the 30 had done so. And I said, look, everything I've scheduled today is based on you having done the reading. So we can sit here and read it aloud together, or you know what? Never mind. Just go away. And so the class lasted genuinely 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh.
And I was so angry. This is back in grad school before I had learned fun tricks for pivoting off of what I was planning to do. At that point, I just had one lesson plan. It would not work if they didn't know what they're talking about. So
I thought you were going to talk. I thought maybe the shortest class was. I was going to say, no, you've had a shorter class, but I was thinking about the one where you had a scheduled drill in the middle of it.
That's true. We had a earthquake drill here last semester, and it was supposed to start 15 minutes into the class period, and we weren't supposed to let the students know it was going to happen. And so I had to start class as if it were a real class and set up my main point the way I always do. And then at 15 minutes after the hour, it hadn't started. And so I continued vamping on nothing in particular until it finally started 25 minutes after the hour. And then the students had to dive underneath their desks. It was quite impressive though, seeing the Japanese students doing it correctly.
Oh yeah, they do it every
they
year,
know exactly
all
what they're
through
doing.
School.
Yeah, while the Americans were quite unsure.
You're kidding, right?
And-
I think that was my attitude. I was like, you're kidding, right? We don't really have to do this.
Yeah, 'cause, you're someone who's supposed to wear a magical hard hat.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
because my head is important.
You're like, no. I'll carry my hard hat. And you got down there and you saw that all of your colleagues were wearing their hard
I
hats
know.
and had their little backpacks on. And no, you have to do it all the way through. Anyway.
You have a hard hat. It's just in your office.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. By government requirement, every employee has to have.
I'm gonna carry it to my classes from now on.
Yeah,
You ready?
it's either at the end of the room somewhere in a giant pile, or in a cupboard or something, or it's somewhere tucked around your desk.
I see.
It might be in your footwell.
Thank you. I'll look into it. All right, I guess we're going to continue last time's save. I didn't realize you continued playing as the same person in the same ways. And yeah, so it looks like we have a same kingdom of now King Resorty II. This is not what my prior king looked like at all, and so I'm surprised that this is the product of my prior king and his wife, but that's how it goes. Resorty II! Here we go. There are cool dynasty events that can happen. Awesome. Loading the game. This should let you start loading a second tier. There you go. My friends, type in !join, a space, and whatever pronoun you want. The acceptable ones are he, she, they, and I believe that's about it. If you do other ones, it does nothing, but if you don't pick one, I'll just call you they, and that's fine too. We'll have a lot of fun today, I do believe. Good to see you all, sincerely. What do I remember about the different groups? The Barons of the March are the warlike people. I wonder how much carries over from prior time, because I had certain alliances, and I don't know if they maintain into the future. The Counts of the East are some spooky folks who want to bring on the great evil and such. The Patricians, these green...
Oxted Beef is a good name for a count of...
Absolutely. The Patricians of the Coast are merchants, who I did not save from pirates last time.
Oh no.
Oh no. We're going to give it just another 30 seconds or so, get y'all in there, and then we'll get started.
Wow. If I leave and decide I want to play, can I still come in, or am I done?
So you can join at any point you want to.
Oh,
yeah, you can join during the game, leave during the game. If you leave, though, it adds some strangeness to the game. Namely, you'll end up having the most money in the entire realm because you won't have spent any, and so it'll lead to some weird stuff. But there we go. We got a whole bunch of people now.
That's a way to guarantee that people don't leave during stream.
Why?
You're telling them they'll screw up the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, but people need to leave and so on. I understand, but.
Or they might just fall asleep.
Maybe just.
Yeah.
All right. For some reason, the game has preferred the Patricians. Instead of giving 9 to either of these, 11 to the Patricians. Congratulations, Patricians!
Oh, they can't choose?
Oh, you join back to the same lord when it continues. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, so if you were of one of these last time, you're of it again this time. Interesting. All right. Let's go and begin the game and see what happens. See where things are now.
No, people look unhappy.
Welcome to my realm. There's been a period of peace since the last king lived happily. Last king won tremendously, fully stabilized the realm. Now, though, we have a new king, Resorty II. Let's go ahead and coronate him and see what happens. All right. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your father, but now it's time that you wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. All right, you all get to decide how I am coronated, coroned. I don't know how to say that word. So I will say, let's get it over with. You all decide what happens.
Corona.
Shall we call the nobles in? Hello, nobles. All right, please, you cough. Please treat me well. So, shall we host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine? This costs a lot of my beautiful money, but makes us a more stable realm. Should we invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth? My money goes away 2,000 instead. My trade and wealth go up. The wealth going up is for each of you, I believe. Throw the monarch into the river. More stability, less authority. Or nobles must put on a vast banquet for me. Your farming goes up, but your wealth goes down. All right, so I'm able to veto one if I want to, or I can use a vote of my own and give it one vote. One vote. That's not very useful. So I'm going to veto one of them. I've decided I don't like foreigners, so no foreigners allowed. My friends, it is time for you to do your voting. Get 30 seconds. Choose whichever one you want. I have no especially strong preferences here. They're all fine.
I'm surprised that you will play this game on stream, but you will not play games in your classroom.
I'll play games in my classroom.
Okay.
Just, they need to be games that have like a particular purpose that fits into what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, also like stream is entertainment fun time. Classes is learning time.
They're a learning game.
Yeah, I mean, I said before, like, if I were teaching a logic class, I'd be happy to do some kind of logic-based puzzle game.
Oh.
For assignments, but yeah.
Like Sudoku?
Actually, keep talking, nobody explodes. The bomb defusing game can be really fun. Anyway, here we go. So, the majority of you have decided you wish to throw me into the river. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so I lose a bit of my authority, but my stability goes up. The things I do for you people. I don't know how to swim. I hope I don't drown. Let's see. Voting is closed. And now... Boop-a-da-boo. Oops, I clicked past too fast. We went for a swim. It is decided the monarch shall be thrown in the river. My authority has gone down, but we're more stable. Thank you for that. Alright, let me get changed out of the nice robes. Nobles pick you up and carry you to the Treadwater River, hurling you into shallow water with a cheer. A good day for you all, a good day for me all. I thank you. When I climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are nobles giggling? Ah, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, next one. Who's on the council this time? Now that you're monarch, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright, Counts of the East, you're pretty creepy, but at least you were loyal to me last time, and we see that you're good in trade, quite good in farming, decent military, roughly equivalent to our military strength, and you're not too defiant yet. Hello, Counts! Would you like to read this person or no?
No.
An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness, says Dead Beef. I was dismayed to hear of your father's passing. Alright, thank you, that's very kind of you, I like your hair. Patricians of the Coast, you have been the disreputable, disloyal ones all the way through.
Why does that one have such a high little voice?
I only have so many voices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, Patricians of the Coast, disloyal, I did not help them with pirates, and they revolted immediately, and then were beat to a pulp. Hopefully you've learned your lesson, and have fallen back in line, Patricians. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Thank you, Lady Patrician Windy for Sun. You better mean that. You'll recall that last time I captured your leader and then freed them kindly. So, don't you act up against us. Mike, have a good day. We'll see you again soon. Barons of the March, lastly. Hail and well met, your liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Baron Axix, thank you for your ongoing loyalty. You recall, our mother is one of your duke's children. She's a bit of a dum-dum, but we married her anyway. Glory for everyone. The council hall immediately filled with raised voices as the nobles began to argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? Possibly. Alright, let's choose our victory conditions for this playthrough. Spymaster. We don't know the Spymaster's name. The bird's name, though, is Kevin. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Oh, no! To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove you're worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. Last time our ambition was stability for all of the people. This time, my question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Alright, so my authority was weakened in the last coronation there. Stability seems most appealing, but I'm not going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to say, I would like lots of trade. The architect of a new golden age.
But you just told the foreigners that they couldn't come in.
They may not come in. The foreigners are allowed to set up trade on a very small island. If they come onto the mainland, they will be killed. But on the island, especially if they're Dutch, they're welcome. Very good. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I'll return to discuss how your ambition's progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Now, I actually am kind of curious. Is the trade determined by your collective trade? So was my choosing of trade good because barons and counts are already so high there? I definitely don't want to do military, because the stronger military you all have, the more likely you are to depose me. So we'll see. Alright. Now, your ambitions, my friends in chat. Here they come. The Counts of the East come together. Desdemona of the Various Meats dynasty, eccentric Eastern enigma, leans delicately on a podium sighing. Ah, my fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch, Rori II, wears the crown. Alright, voting is open. Which scheme would you all like? Subterfuge by lowering my stability, Doppelganger by having the lowest possible defiance, oh gosh, or Possession, lowering your own defiance. I actually don't understand the difference between B and C here. We'll have to learn. But please vote now. A, B, or C. Exclamation point vote. Space A, B, or C. I don't know either. Just don't know. Just don't know. Hello.
Bye.
Goodbye. Have a good day, Doms.
I'm tired of saying.
Alright, we'll see ya. Yeah, I wonder if it's the case that Possession is just lowering defiance based on where it is, and lowest defiance is based on everyone else's. So I'm going to need to make sure that I make the counts unhappy. They don't have the lowest defiance. We'll see. How will enjoying this? Hey, Paul. Exclamation point join, a space, and then whatever pronoun you want me to use. He, she, they. Whichever one's fine. If you don't pick a pronoun, then they is chosen instead. But yeah, you can definitely play all the way. Alright, very good. Lowest defiance is what it is. Let us continue now. Voting has closed. You all decided Doppelganger, lower ye the defiance. The counts plan to swap the real monarch for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the lowest defiance in 2 seasons. Alright, so y'all are working to lower your defiance, or perhaps it's to raise other people's defiance. Next up, okay, and tie works for you. So as of right now, if the game ended at this moment, the counts would achieve their outcome there. Next up, the Patricians. Herona of the Amarith Z family, charismatic. Navy Admiral scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Monarch Resorti II. Something must be done. Here's what's to be done. Monopoly, raise your own trade. Conspiracy, lower my treasury. Or corruption, lower my authority. Choose now, patricians. Which one would you like? Which one would you desire? Look at you all lowering my authority. See, not to tell you how to vote, I think A is super interesting though, because it's my goal to raise trade also. So if you choose A, it's possible I'll work with you. Or if you choose corruption, it's possible I'll be working against you. I'll give you another few seconds to let y'all get your votes in. At this point in the game, I will not strategically end votes. Alright, there you go. Monopoly has won, it seems. On we go. You all choose to raise the trade. The patricians plan to privatize this entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. To advance their scheme, patricians must raise their trade to 5 for 4 seasons from now. Got it. Revolt? No revolting! No revolting! Lastly, Wendell of the Ipsychosis bloodline, well-known former bandit, stands for a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. When have the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. Alright, barons, what you gonna do? Intimidation. Raise my stability. Oh gosh. Propaganda. Lower my stability. Gunpowder. Lower the authority. Which one would you like? Hey, Red Joker, how's it going? Paul, after these votes are done, I can pull up the big... Oh, I can pull up right now while y'all are voting. Paul, you are part of which group? There you are. You're a red person, so you can vote right now if you want to. Oh boy, a lot of raising stability. Delamuka, you are part of the green, actually, Delamuka. So your votes will only count on this one here. You gotta have an exclamation point, vote, and there you go. I wish the UI on this were slightly larger. Can I make it larger, actually? No, unfortunately not. Okay. You were doing a campaign, Delmuki, you're trying to force other people to vote with you. That's smart. That's a smart idea. All right. Choices made. You all want to raise stability. These are much more interesting than last time. So last time it felt like many of your goals were things I immediately wanted to stop. This time, though, it feels like ones that I potentially want to encourage. Like, I want to keep my stability high so that you can't revolt, but I want to increase my trade. Interesting. We'll see how this works out. The barons plan to hold the monarch hostage in their own palace. First, they must lull the spymaster into a false sense of security. Oh boy, it's all about my spymaster. To advance the scheme, the barons must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Well, shoot. So, as we begin, both the barons and the counts have their condition met. I guess. Good. Welcome, my friends, to the end of the first turn. The upstarts are saying they have the right to my throne. Now, no doubt, the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. So, 2 seasons for the East, 4 for both the barons and the patricians. Alright. Now I gotta choose some laws. These laws allow me to modify how voting works. Number 1, stop the count. It forces a vote for 15 seconds. So I've noticed so far that you all have been a little slow on voting compared to last time. So I'm considering taking stop the count to force you to vote very quickly and hope that it causes disunity among you. Monarch's Iron Choice. The monarch can mark a preferred option. If chosen, I gain some authority. As of right now, authority is not super important, but interesting. Swing votes. After voting, nobles can then change their minds and vote for a different option. Interesting. Probably lets you all better convince one another to vote, but we'll see. Exactly, Mama Plug. Stop the count seems so mean. so mean. If you're like in-person party game, it's probably much friendlier, but I won't choose it yet, but maybe eventually. Okay. I guess I'm going to choose Iron Choice. I can see it being useful under some conditions. There we go. I got my votes. We'll see. Alright, welcome then to the second turn. I'll start with the fishy wedding up here. Patricians, I'm coming for you. Your Majesty, the Archduke of Saul has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our 2 great nations. So Saul apparently borders the patricians' territory. Dips below, a great nation, says Zelion. The Isle of Saul is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. And I heard it isn't a proper marriage anyway, says Jim Arconius. Archduke is marrying a fish! Whoa. Jim, don't be so judgy. The Grimm is a finfolk, one of the denizens of the sea, perfectly sapient and actually amphibious. Oh boy. Well, the church doesn't agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimize this farce by allowing the monarch to attend. Alright, am I pro-fish sexual? Friends, you get to decide what's going to happen here. The opportunity choices are, of course, the monarch should attend the wedding. If this happens, defiance goes up, faith goes down, stability goes up. Now, I believe for these, just to be totally transparent, my belief while I'm thinking through this is that all of these changes will affect only the patricians. I think it's the case that things that happen in particular realms affect the patricians, affect the color of the territory, while things that happen in the capital affect everyone. That may be wrong, but that's how I'm thinking about it at least. Okay. Should attend, this causes patrician defiance to go up, faith to go down, stability to go up also. The monarch will not attend, but will send their warm regards, faith goes down, condemn the wedding and sever diplomatic ties with Isle of Saul. Defiance goes down, faith goes up. Alright, wouldn't it be a really really nice thing to have love between fish people and all the rest. So my friends, I will say we believe in many species coming together, man, fish, all the same in the eyes of your king. Vote A! Vote A, please. Everyone gets to vote. Whoever you are, exploit point, vote A is a good way to go. Oh, that's good. That's good. I agree with you. A is a good vote. A is the best vote. I think. I think this is working the way I think it should be working. We'll see. We'll see. All right, very good. Yeah, I'm not surprised the Barons are voting with me. I am surprised the Counts are. I think they're supposed to have the lowest defiance, but good job. Okay. Oh, wait. The council had lowest defiance. Well, I screwed that one up. Excellent! The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke you shall be delighted to attend. Whoops. This kingdom is sliding into madness. Alright, very good. Defiance up the coast. But the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favor of the decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. Bum. So everyone lost faith. Yeah, I really wish the game would indicate more clearly which effects are on just a realm and which are on the entire kingdom, but unfortunate. Got more stability, so I definitely helped out reds and purples there. Mistakes have been made. Alright, next up, the Honor Guard. This happens in the castle. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, patricians with champion gladiators of the arena, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, your majesty, these guards' loyalty will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Alright, tell me of the East. The Order of the Drowned Road are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but in years they fought in actual battle. They mostly write poems. Tell me the Coastals, a gang of low-born crooks who've turned them into celebrities. Through their skill at chopping other people to bits, they're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? Or the Veterans of the March. The soldiers have fought more battles, they've had hot dinners. They're uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace. They're loyal and tough as nails. Or the Foreigners. I actually don't recall what this does. The thing I'm thinking about right now is I need to find a way to raise the defiance of the counts. And I don't know if choosing someone else does that. So I've made my decision. Patricians. Okay, here we go. Yes, patricians, you are mine. Good. Whew. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. Oh my, you sun-basked kings and queens. They gather behind the throne and begin oiling themselves up. Good. Why are the barons showing a checkmark here? Oh, it's still a tie. It's a tie between the two of them. Got it. Alright, so I need to raise this one again. Good. Next one here, an infestation of crawlers. The barons have creepy crawlers. Count Zephy comes forward. Your Majesty, our mutual friend Baron Paul Harvey has discovered a nest of crawlers on a new tract of Marcher farmland. Naturally, we counts recommend he fills the tunnel immediately, lest they spread to other regions and endanger the crops. But Paul Harvey refuses to do so. Common folk have gone missing, Your Majesty. The crawlers are much more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in great cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They're not to be trifled with. You hear this, barons? This man wants to make your land less secure. Oh, Paul Harvey, no true baron are you. Tell me of the crawlers. Horrible cow-sized worms that live under the earth with tiny little clacking legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. Thank you, Your Majesty. Alright, here are the possibilities. A, abandon the fields to the crawlers. If we do this, there'll be some change in defiance, some change in farming, and some change in trade on somebody. We can fill in the holes and continue farming, or send someone in to investigate. This is going to be the plot of those awful movies, is it Worms, it's called. Though I'm super curious what A does, I don't know the mechanics well enough to understand how the changes happen. So, my friends, you decide, do we fill them in or do we check it out? Tremors, right? Tremors, not worms. Thank you for that. Alright, B for fill in the holes, C for send someone to the tunnels to investigate. It's gonna be one of you. I'm sending one of you in there. I want no part in it. Amherst, the one person who has some sense here. Oh boy. Your king is not going. Your king refuses to go into the pits. Okay. Two patricians just want to have a good life and hang out. Well, it'll be exciting to learn how the crawlers work in a bit here. Good vote, folks. Good vote. Alright. Who's going in? Very well. Who will we send on this most unfortunate mission? Alright, if I send the soldiers to the march, 70% chance of succeeding, it looks like. If I hire adventurers, I lose the money. Or I can send for a wizard. Farming and trading goes down. My friends, your king is a generous man. I will hire adventurers to do it. I won't let you down, Your Majesty. This is just the sort of thing that we handle. 60% chance of success. Lower than the barons doing it themselves. Unfortunately, the investigators drop off the face of Celesth as soon as they leave on the journey to the tunnels. Your king is a foolish man. Baron Paul Harvey bides his time, but many peasants move away. Trade has gone down, farming has gone down. Oh boy. Okay, that was a nice season. We did some good things, we wasted some money. Welcome friends to the auction portion of the show. You can choose to spend the money you have in your pockets here to build or buy any of these things. If you're pro your king, it sure would be nice to have some farming. Everyone likes farming. Also, if you're pro your king, it sure would be nice to have more trade. Everyone loves trade. Yeah, but vote however you want to vote. Exclamation point before your vote. You got a bunch of money. Cajun Killer has 2,000 money. You can choose how much you want to spend. So, sorry, not vote, I'm sorry. Exclamation point fund. It's not vote, it's fund. A, B, C, etc. And then how much you want to use. Sorry for the wrong description there. Barons don't care? That's not true. Barons, spend your money. Barons, weaken yourselves. Cajun Killa still on top, just by spending a little bit of money that time. As of right now, the Grand Bazaar will get built. This increases the trade of the patricians. They're supposed to do that. Also, right now, we built the prison. My stability goes down. Thank you for that. I actually am totally cool with stability going down. I don't remember what level it needs to be, but I can mouse over and see. At least 5. Yeah, we're never going to drop it in time, unfortunately. And, yeah, time's up. Things got built. What do we get? Grand Bazaar, more trade, and less stability. Fine. Grok, the big contributor there. ROG, $1,000 to lowering stability. All good, all good. A new season. Finding a spouse. I'll do this one first. Time to get married. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. Who is your preference? If I say I'm not interested in love, I wonder if I can still adopt. I'll say anybody. Bring me anybody. Very affirming game, it seems. Alright, next up, there's an island trouble. Your esteemed highness, your serene highness, something most strange has occurred in the Goat Sea. A new island has risen halfway between our shores and the Isle of Sol. The Finfolk raised it from the depths using their weird ocean magic. It's true, your majesty. The Finfolk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of their prince to the Archduke of Sol. They'll gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. How cool is that? Making islands. This is terrible news. That island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into Solish hands. Alright, so there's an issue. We can send the monarch to conduct secret negotiations. I should go to the wedding just the same. We can pay a wizard to sink the island back into the sea. As always, I wish I understood how this defiance works. Yeah, I just don't fully get. Is it everyone's defiance? Just nobles? Okay. Or send the monarch to seduce the Finfolk prince, sabotaging the wedding. Okay, red folks want to increase stability. I'm gonna take away the one we know what happens and figure out the other ones as we go. You may now vote! You may now vote A, B, or D. Please don't make me go seduce a fish person. I'm totally cool if people are into fish people, but, you know, it's just not for me. I don't want to use my seduction voice. Oh, don't make me use my seduction voice on stream. Why do you do this to me? Are you trying to ruin relationships between the king and, everyone? Oh boy, I think the moment I read this, I knew we were choosing it unless I vetoed it. Maybe should have vetoed it. Okay, well, I am your obedient servant, A.Riz. We're sending the monarch to seduce the prince. Capital idea! What? No way! You want me to sleep with the fishes? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, I've always found the Finfolk appealing. I'll take the joke. You want me to sleep with the fishes? You needn't go that far, but you're unattached. And you'd make a far better match for the Finfolk prince than the Archduke of some rainy little island. Not comfortable if I must, or I'll seduce the sexy, sexy fishman. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, friends. I'm trying to think which one will do what I need it to do. I need to raise the defiance of the counts or lower the defiance of the barons. I don't know how to do that. Trade, cool. Okay. I bet I can lower stability by refusing to do what you say. I am a king. I will not bow down to any fish man. Fair enough. Your personal affairs are beyond the council's control. We'll send you to negotiate in secret instead. I don't care what you offer them. Get that island. Preparations begin for your clandestine visit to one of the Finfolk's undersea villages. Your chancellor's heard of magic reeds allow the bearer to breathe underwater, but such a thing will take weeks to track down. I want to go tell everyone I'm disobeying the council. Please? I need to tell everyone I did that. At least that gives you time to prepare for the underwater visit. Oh, is there really no outcome there? I'm kind of bummed that I didn't choose to go along with you all, because I was hoping I'd ruin stability. Oh well. Lastly, begging for scraps. When Conte Pinxabel enters the council chambers, their clothes are stained and rumpled, and their face is haggard. My servants have finally left, your grace. It's a disaster. What happened? My fortune's been laid bare and left wanting. I am utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. The Counts want money. Here we go. So we can put all the requirements onto Lady Patrician Windy for Sun, and a 40% chance of a trade outcome. The crown should give money instead. We do that, Defiance will go down. Will it just go down on Counts? They need to have the lowest Defiance. I don't want that. Or must deal with it yourself. More farming increase. So 90% chance of more farming. Alright. Truthfully wishing I had my veto, but I don't have that. My friends, your king believes in self-sufficiency. Your king is not going to say that the random patricians should pop out and give money. Windy for Sun, that'd be cruel and terrible. We believe in self-sufficiency here. My friends, vote for C. This time I'm not against you. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. This gives everybody farming, I think. Maybe, possibly. They have a 90% chance of taking care of it themselves. If you vote for B and you're not purple, you are working against yourself, I swear. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Counts are the only unified population here. It's not gonna work out for us, is it? Oh buddies. Oh buddies. Yeah. Alright, well, we tried our best. I wish I had the change your vote so I could argue you for and switching over, but yeah, you can all work together. Yeah, only the Counts can work together. Everyone else just confused. Oh, I suddenly see the value of the one where you can change votes. So at this point, it wouldn't exactly matter. It might matter. If I could talk my way through it, though, I would maybe be able to convince everyone but the purples to move off of here. Because really the only thing this is helping is the purples. Sincerely. So reds, greens. Oh well. Alright, voting is closed. Good job, purples. The crown must provide funds. Done. Further immiseration of the crown. The East Defiance went down. Good job. Count Panic got 300 cash money. Congratulations. And Treasury has lowered at 2. You arrange for the Treasurer to send coin to the lands. Word of generosity spreads throughout the East. Okay, I believe at the end of this turn then, yeah, because of how you vote, it actually didn't matter. So no matter what we did there, the Counts achieved their goal. Fine. Lastly, end season. Congratulations, Counts. Good job. Seeking a simulacrum. Far in the east, Count Nicepinel is hosting a dinner party in his castle with a few distinguished guests. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, and here it is. Behold! Shouts Kibden Bridges, the wizard. Your Grace, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Ha ha ha! Quit babbling, you blowhard! This isn't the monarch! It's a peasant who's the monarch's spitting image! Phase 1 accomplished for the East. Blood and stars! And just in time, the Spymaster trusts us, and we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the monarch and putting this fool in place! How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough the monarch's abduction can slip past unnoticed. The next stage of their scheme, the Counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Cool. Cool. Cool to see that there's now finally a direct conflict between people's goals, where the barons want to keep it high, the Counts want to bring it low. Cool. Cool, cool. All right. We are 42 seconds away from an ad break, so I'm going to pause right here for a moment and run the ad, and then when that's over, we'll come back and continue playing our game. Thank you all for being here sincerely. I hope you're having a fun and good day. It's a great, great game to play. So let me go and get a crossword up to do during the ad break, and we'll return just after that. And I actually did not load a second crossword today, so we'll see how it goes. Add only mode for a moment, bring this one up, and that's the earlier one. Load. How's it going, Shay? Good seeing you. Alright, actually a bunch we haven't done yet. Let's see if this one fits on the screen correctly. Oh, that's really tiny, isn't it? That's really, really tiny. Let me embiggen this for your enjoyment. Overly embiggened. Here. This site, for whatever reason, always has a different size of crossword window. And I wish we were just consistent. There's probably an app I could download that would help with this. Okay, it's all on the screen now. I just can't ever zoom in. Fine. Mind Reader's Knack. I assume it's ESP, though I'm not sure on that one. A register figure. The price, the total. Register. Could also be like data in a log. Winter transport. Well, skis, possibly. Additive free. Organic, natural, don't know. To the downs. Sweeping stories. Epics. Herb in the spice blend Zatar. Vital force in yoga. Noms, come help me, Noms. Additive freeze me pure. Is this prana? I'm not sure on that, but it comes to mind, so we'll see. Big screen movie format is IMAX. Foolproof. Can't go wrong, maybe? Is sumac, wild sumac in Zatar? Maybe. Egyptian beetle is scarab. Polar ice gum brand. I assume it's extra, though I really don't know that. Is it can't lose for foolproof? And you see, foolproof is all upcase there, so I do wonder if that's an important part of the puzzle. We'll see. Yukon game. Isn't Yukon a kind of poker? Maybe not. Metal containers, question mark. That could be ores, maybe. Creator of the Lorax. That's Dr. Suis. Okay, how do we do this? S-U... how does one spell Seuss? S-E-U... No, it can't be right. That's how you spell Seuss, I believe. So maybe can't lose is wrong, actually. I think the Lorax is a Seuss one. Length times width is area. Okay. Smooth talking. Possibly suave. Not sure on that. Sign on for another tour. That's to re-up one's contract. Blank legend. No idea. Yukon game is... No idea. Metal containers. Ores, I guess, is correct on that. Good. Can't law. Oh, can't miss. Can't miss scheme. Register figures cost. Cool. Caribou. Game, not in the sense of a playing card game, but instead things to hunt. Caribou. Good. Love of Spain. Amor. Deadly African snake is the mamba. Good. Work off of these real quick. Foolproof! No idea. Chocolate or yellow dogs for short. Labs. Yeah, chocolate labs, yellow labs. Cool. Some NASA data retrieval missions. Evas? I have no idea. Refuse to admit. No idea. Not let in. Bar, possibly. Winter transport's a sled, actually. Good. And seize the sights. I'll say tours, not sure. Anyway, the ad break's over. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of crossword time. We'll pause that one and get back to it in an hour or so. Let's return now to our regularly scheduled gaming adventure. You are free from vote only mode. Please use your talking powers wisely by voting in the way I want you to vote. Thanks. Thanks. All right. Welcome to the tax turn. The patricians find a reef of pearl-bearing clams, making 500 wealth. Congratulations, patricians. Big payday for you. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Okay. So there are... Oh, taxation has changed. Taxation has changed. So previously, I was allowed to tax one area or all the areas. Now, I'm allowed to tax each area at different levels. Huh. You find the ease that you crossword disgusting? I'm terribly sorry. We're all good at something. That's my one thing. Okay. So unfortunately, none of these things are useful for my current purposes. Had I been able to tax last turn, I could have stopped the counts from their nonsense by raising their defiance again. But no. Or by lowering someone else's. Okay. I'm going to overtax the counts. Patricians, sorry. You don't need all that money. Your excess gains are now my gains. Ha ha ha. And I think I'll do normal taxation for everybody else. The constant in rough time? That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, they have been. Counts, let's be some good people. I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra money, Counts. Just use it well. Use money. You of course, Counts, can be trusted. You all will only ever work with me, never against me, etc., etc. Confirm the tax. And Barons, you're in the middle. There you go. Some defiance has changed around. They're very good. We'll see how this works. Not sure it's gonna work. We'll see. All right. So let's go check out what the crawlers have done first. Zephy themselves says, "It's been many moons since we last heard from the adventurers we sent in the tunnels on Baron Paul Harvey's land. We must act before this crawler menace spreads to the other regions." Peasants disappear and sinkholes swallow villages whole, while Paul Harvey hides in his castle and does nothing. Paul Harvey! Paul Harvey, what's wrong? Phelan, good seeing you. What'd you do? Belligerent fool! Imagine the retaliation if we anger them directly. I'd rather abandon my estates. Alright, so Paul Harvey comes to you in need, my friends. We could pay the Baron Agellius Venetius to host Baron Paul Harvey as he abandons the area. We gather the counts to fight this menace on the open field. So the counts would come help. We could evacuate everyone from the area, including the peasants, or do nothing and see what the crawlers do. Alright, so looks like... Is this just Paul Harvey pays, or does everyone pay $750, or do I pay $750? Not sure. Someone pays $750 to Agellius. Farming goes down. Trade goes down. Gather the counts. 50% chance of fighting him off. Evacuate everyone, including the peasants. Our farming goes down. Gotta keep farming up, though. Or I keep trade up? What's my goal? This is my goal, correct? Oh, here I have it. I need to get trade up. Okay, good. So farming and trade go down as defiance, or do nothing and see what happens. Defiance surely goes up as trade and farming go down also. So it looks like evacuation and do nothing have roughly the same outcomes, except for a change in defiance direction. We've seen the counts doing... We've seen the counts here being pretty strong, pretty good. We believe in the counts. So my friends, I would encourage us to vote for the counts to come help fight. We can't allow these monsters to come destroy the world, right? We can't make these monstrous worms the owners of barony land. Paul Harvey made this problem. He and the counts will assist. Show that you're fighters. Show that you believe in the peasantry. Vote B. What do you say? What do you say? Ah, that's good. That's good. Fight fiercely. Don't be cowards. Don't be do nothing. Do I see cowards in my midst? No. No cowards in my midst. Clearly. Oh, cowardly. What's Paul Harvey voting for? Harvey, are you voting to have people come help you? Or are you gonna run from your castle? You're not gonna run from your castle. You're gonna join in a fight. That's good. Do nothing. Friends, I need to see a few more B's here. You gotta understand that B is the right answer. So I need you to just make sure you voted so far. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you've done so. Please type in !VOTE. Whew. All right, very good. B has been selected. Thank you for excellent voting. I think that you got in just before the vote ended. Well done. All right, so let's see how this battle goes. A bloody battle ensues. The relentless crawlers inflict great casualties on the Eastern forces. The creatures are terrifyingly organized and completely ruthless. Well done. The men of the East fought fiercely. I am more authoritative now, and your military may have taken some losses, but that's okay. Who needs a military anyway? Still, we push them back into the holes whence they came. Celebrations break out everywhere. Faith is now agnostic. The March believes in the Lord a bit more. No more defiance, and stability has gone up. So this helped the Barons get their high stability. Unfortunately, it's not helping the Council at all with theirs. Okay, so Barons, congratulations, you're gonna be accomplishing that one for sure. Yeah, it's fun the farther we go into the game, the less clear the outcomes are. I think in the first game, it was very, very clear to me how things would affect the outcomes. Now it feels a little bit more guessy and unsure, but very good. Last one. No, two more still. Let's go visit the Finfolk first. I'm going to seduce him, I promise. The Finfolk send a stagecoach made from a giant clam, pulled by seahorses. Someone get me my, what's it called? What's the word that Ariel uses for her comb? It's a fork, right? It's a I'm sorry, I don't remember my Disney well enough. But you equip your magic breathing reed and hop inside. The Dingle Hopper, yes, fetch me my Dingle Hopper. We're going to meet Sebastian under the sea. The clam carriage plunges back beneath the waves, and we're whisked down into the murky depths. A few hours later, we arrive at an undersea citadel of kelp-woven huts. The prince meets me at the grand table formed of knotted coral. Tiny Finfolk splonlings swim around my legs as I sit. Greetings, your majesty! Blah, blah, blah. We're honored to have such a prestigious visitor. I could say, wow, it's amazing here with Sugoi. I guess let's get down to business to defeat the Huns, or ugh, it's cold and wet. Let's not insult him. My friends, I will say, let's get down to business. Of course, we must be swift. I know those magic reeds only provide a certain amount of air. The Chancellor didn't mention anything like that. You try not to let your panic show. And the island I'm giving him as a dowry. I could say, may I ask, why do you have to give him a dowry? I could say the new island could cause a war between your husband and I. That's a 30% chance of success. First of all, congratulations. More like, fine folk, am I right? Awooga! Or, whoops, I dropped a big bag of pearls. Could you pick them up for me? Let's butter them up first. First of all, congratulations. Thank you. Unlike most of my kind, I believe that Finfolk and Surface Folk must get along. This wedding is the first step in that process. Okay, nice. Also, why do you have to give him a dowry? Well, it's a very small island. The Archduke assured me it wasn't worth very much. After all, you surface folks have so much land already. I could say the island's worth a huge amount to us. Oh, really? How interesting. The Archduke told me differently. Alright. I could say the new island might cause a war. I could say, just trust me. I can give him the pearls. This is your king doing everything he can to assist you, green friends. Here are some pearls. Thank you, most generous. All right, here we go. Why would I lie? I wish I could doubt you, but you seem trustworthy enough, which means my betrothed has misled me about the importance of the island. Such deceit. He's not the man I thought him to be, blub blub blub. I will have to call off the wedding. Thank you for clarifying things for me, Your Majesty. All right, we can go have a drink together. I can say thank you for your time, Your Fishy Highness. Or I can say it has been a pleasure. I wish I knew the difference between these two. I'll say I had a good time. Your clam coach spirits you back to the surface as you wade onto the beach. You gasp for breath. Air never tasted so good. Congratulations, Your Majesty! I hear the wedding has been called off and the island is sunk back beneath the waves. Patricians are most pleased. Less defiance. The kingdom is a serene place for now, except for the monstrous worms. All right, your king has done a good job, feels proud of himself. He will now go home and see who wishes to marry this king. I've found 3 potential matches for you. 1 candidate from each of the kingdom's regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful ally. What if I don't want to marry any of them? That's the decisions that can wait until after you've seen them, isn't it? The Chancellor leads us into the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on an easel. For now, each of them is on a cloth. All right, show me number 1. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Zaina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Pepper Mga dynasty. I'm not sure why the artist made her look so severe. Just a trick of the light, perhaps. Pepper MG's daughter. A very pious young lady. She's obsessed with her family's legacy. So good for the faith, perhaps, and good for, I don't know, raising the glory of the counts. Fascinating. Number 2, Lucian, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Gregarious Groundhog Estate. I mean, just look at him. He's gorgeous. Awooga. And apparently he's got a silver tongue too. Wow. His interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. The common folk call him a skinflint though, and worse things. So not happy with the peasantry, but might give us more money. Fascinating. And finally, we have the March's offering. Helamine, scion of the prestigious Guardian 452 bloodline. And you can be sure she'll tell you all about how prestigious her bloodline is. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. She's also obsessed with carving a place for herself in history. Fun. Okay. So, which of you all do I want to like me most? And it was money, money, money for patricians, legacy and faith for the counts, and on the Baron's side was personal prestige and hunting. I have no idea. I'm good because I'm feeling a little bit worried about my treasury size. Patricians, this day I choose you. Patricians, the coasts are yours and mine. Welcome. From the coast, we have Lucian. Look at him, awooga. Yes, I'm choosing you. Bring me. Oh, there it is. Lucian of the coast. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. A little bit changing it to Defiance for now. That's all for the moment. Let's end this season and see what's what. Here comes a new law. The Royal Gamble. 600 treasury if nobles vote for my selected option. Otherwise, I lose treasury. If nobles vote for my choice, they gain money. I like this one. I like this one a lot, my friends, because that way I can bribe you all. So I'm going to go ahead and adopt that. And my 1 extra vote doesn't matter that much, so I'll get rid of that one for now. All right, welcome to a new season. We'll begin by having a wedding. You have your best clothes on? I'll put on my business tie. Your wedding to Lucian is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Lucian at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, a dance. Your new husband, Lucian, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which he flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Lucian, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. You danced so beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? I don't want to make him feel bad. Yeah, it was a nice day, thank you. You endure a long conversation in which Lucian seems determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. Just the way I like it. It's beginning to get boring, isn't it? Very, very boring relationship, this one. By night's end, you still don't know who Lucian really is. His real personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go to separate bedchambers, still strangers. That's sad. It's for the kingdom, but it's sad. Alright, back here there's something I can't quite read. We'll see what happens. It's called Blood Money. Oh no, Dark Crystal, what have you done? What you talking about, Dark Crystal? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the coast. Dark Crystal? I could say, you look like you've swallowed a wasp. Things must have changed, or let's have some wine. All three of them are plus 750 wealth, so I'll say something must have changed. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. Oh, Dark Crystal, what have you done? And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just to drop my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. Alright, so Dark Crystal got 750 money, and I wonder if you can only speak in falsehoods now, or if you're being coy. Alright, I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Alright, so, hang on, I think you mean the opposite of what you're saying. Or, I can celebrate and increase farming. I need to increase farming, that's my goal overall. But patricians also want to increase farming. And our farming's pretty high already. I'm gonna just figure this one out for now. No, Your Shrewd Highness, that's not the case. It's not allowed to say I really understand it, but let's trade. They got trade, not farming. I keep confusing those two. Thank you, Emerald. Yeah, trade needs to go up, not farming. Let's fetch the court physician, see if we can lift the curse. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, delicious, the magic stops affecting Lady Patrician Dark Crystal so strongly. She's even able to talk about her ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. Alright, you've heard the cry of Dark Crystal. So, we can try to take back the land and burn the witch at the stake at a 30% chance success. We can take back the land but let the witch go free. I think I'm spending money for that one. Faith in farming, or let Dark Crystal suffer the consequences of her bargain. So truthfully, I don't know what happens if I run out of money. I can imagine it'd be very, very bad though. So I cannot let this middle one happen. Yeah, it's noble wealth? How do we know it's noble wealth? Money is coins. Oh, okay, so it would be this icon. Okay, thank you for that. So it would be this icon for my money. Interesting. Okay, this raises new interesting questions then. I think it actually doesn't matter to me which one happens. I think they're all about the same. So I will let you choose freely. Yeah, choose freely. Your king does not have any preferences in this case. Your king allows you to make a choice. I wish the military chance were a little bit higher. So it was like worth saying, maybe let's go fight it off and see what happens. But if it's going to fail, it probably doesn't seem worth taking. So nobody wants B. Nobody wants to lower someone's money. Possibly Dark Crystals? Hard to say, hard to say. Alright, looks like you all have said, shame on you, Dark Crystal. You get what you bargained. Sorry, Dark Crystal. Sorry. Some of you wanted to fight, but not enough of you. Alright. Let's see what happens, Dark Crystal. You mean I have to live with that old peasant woman lording it over me? No, I'm taking my lands back. Alright, so I can choose, I could arrest the patrician for resisting the will of the council, or I can let her go. Let's let her go. When the coastal troops arrive on Lady Patrician Dark Crystal's estate, the land itself fights them. The soil swallows them whole, trees snatch them up and tear them apart. The coast did not succeed, and has lost from its military. Terribly, terribly, terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. Yeah, definitely arrest was plus farming. I don't want to do good things with patricians. I'm still holding it over their head they revolted last stream. Don't you forget it. By the time they fight their way through the manor, the witch has already escaped with all of Dark Crystal's gold. Very good, very good, very good. The peasants have no memory of their time under the witch's rule, but the churches have been burned, with profane messages scrawled on charred walls. The fields have been sown with salt. My goodness, patricians, my goodness, what happened? What happened, my friends? Oh, poor patricians. Someday you'll be the king's favorite, just not today. Alright, a tasty innovation. I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Majesty, says Dorgan17. But I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. I was hosting a small party, playing cards with friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat. It was both tasty and convenient as my hands were occupied. What my servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Majesty. Hey, anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting a sub to Various Meats. Various Meats, you are correct. They are my allies. This is how I repay my allies. Anonymous, thank you again for your generosity. What my servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Majesty. So you can eat it when your hands are full. Is it a taco? Is it a bread? What do we got? Show it to me. Behold! Behold in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. My friends, it is indeed sandwich time. Good old sandwich time. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread, plus meat all at once, saving some valuable time. Best invention since sliced bread indeed. Meanwhile, the bread serves an impregnable barrier, preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. Which kind of compliment should we give? Ingenious, astonishing, magnificent, breathtaking. I will say it's magnificent, worthy of greatness. Naturally, since this is my invention, I suppose we name it after me. Oh boy, it's not the Earl of Sandwich, it's the Count of Dorgan. I wish to eat the Dorgan. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice Dorgan 17 for lunch. But naturally, this innovation cannot be made available for free. Every time a Dorgan 17 is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Oh boy, friends. Oh boy, friends. As much as I want to reward ingenuity by our nobles, you can't give them a royalty for this. All right, the choices are: A, give Dorgan a royalty deserves. Defiance goes down. Wealth goes up and down both, and trade goes down. So I'm guessing it's the case that the wealth will go from your pockets into Dorgan's pocket. No, Dorgan's 17s are too delicious to be controlled. Let my sandwiches go. Trade increases, Defiance increases. Dorgan 17s receive a one-time reward from my treasury instead, or let's reward the servant. Good old what's his name? You know what? I've decided, my friends, that Dorgan 17 should not get all the money. You all should get all the money. My friends, if you vote with me this day, I will give you $500 dues, just like this. We cannot keep all the money for Dorgan 17. No, it goes for everyone. They're too delicious. Vote B if you please. If not, you're giving up money. Why would you want to give up money? Oh, some of you are choosing well. Some of you, Pepper MG, banned. Various Meats, banned. Yeah. What is this? What are these mods voting against me? I'm glad to see I know where your hearts are. What controls your desires? I may have wasted that vote. Because this is not such a big deal to me. Getting trade up is important. I think it's going to raise the trade, though, of the counts. I'm not certain on that. We'll see in a moment. Let's see what happens. There's your money, you filthy, greedy people. Filthy, filthy, filthy. Dorgan 17s for all. Dravax Bones. If you don't reward me, how do you expect to motivate the next great innovation? Dorgan 17s proved to be a massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the East, experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can put almost anything between two pieces of bread. Wow, wow, wee wow, wow. A good season. A good season for us all. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Our profit projections are completely flat. No growth this quarter. It's a tough time to be a small business owner. I'm sorry, Delamuka. Small business owner? Don't you own 20 mills and a dozen workshops? Harpy calls Delamuka out. My point is, the coastal economy is suffering, and that's bad for our plans. The patricians' aim is to raise their trade to 5. It is 4. Good luck, patricians. Then, deep in the forest of the march, Baron Cajun Killa 94 has gone boar hunting with a few close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom. Thanks to her lack of attention, I've secretly smuggled in gunpowder from Kurth, enough to give an armies an edge. So the Baron's got a free increase to military. Things are proceeding better than imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. The Honor Guard are incorruptible, but the Watch are another story. If the Monarch can't pay them, they'll look for money elsewhere. Alright, so the Barons accomplished the first of their goals, raising stability. The next stage of the scheme, the Barons must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Alright. Counts, patricians, I know we've had some rough times so far, but Daddy needs money. Daddy needs money. All right, here is the scheme update. The barons and the counts are moving along nicely, where patricians are having some trouble getting started. I still have no heir. Is it tax time? I need tax time. No tax time yet, unfortunately. All right, so I have an invitation, a helping hand, and something that's hidden. We'll begin with the hidden one. Food riots. Your August Majesty, the famine in the coast grows worse by the day. Optional quest, good to see you, my friend. Riots are breaking out in all the major townships, from Phallus to Calport. Starving mobs are pillaging bakeries, granaries, merchant houses. What shall we do? Oh boy, oh boy. My stability has been damaged, but not too much. Alright, so. There are two things that cannot be done because I don't have enough money and neither do the patricians apparently. So we can send in the army to control the riots, or we order grain supply goes from the east to the patricians. The money down, I believe, is on the patricians. Farming way down here and up here, I think. I'm not certain on that, though. Okay. Let's send the military, my friends. Let's send the military, see how it goes. I believe in us. I taxed you all so you have no money? Terribly sorry. The king needed the money. I don't have a strong just choice here. Whichever way you want to go is fine. Do you steal from the east, or do you instead send in the army? You can't steal from the east. That kind of taxation is theft, right? That's what I hear you say in your salons. You say in your parties, taxation is theft. Prove it by sending in the army. Good job, good job. Whew, had to stop that one fast. We got some crazy ideas. Volo, good seeing you, my friend. 12 nobles voted for sending in the army. Good luck, army. Good luck. Unfortunately, it's not just the peasants who are starving. When the hungry soldiers are ordered to attack fellow citizens, they opt instead to cut down their commanding officers and join the riots. Whoops. I'm terribly sorry, patricians. You're having a rough go. Maybe next time we play this game, we should work on making the patricians a nicer place to live, because they have no military and they have no farms. So sorry, patricians. The riots rage for weeks until multiple coastal cities are ablaze and every granary has been ransacked. When all is said and done, the coast is a shadow of its former self. Wow, that one event lowered my stability by 4 points. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And nothing has been resolved. The peasants are still hungry. Rough. That's really rough, my friends. Okay. Let's go be a helping hand. Let's go help the patricians. Lucian says, Resorty 2, I had something I want to ask of you. If you ask me for treasury money, we're getting a divorce. What can I do for you? As you surely know, I run a very successful jewelers guild back home in the coast. But the current laws are a little too restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations. You know how it is. I was hoping you could push some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the import duties on Atashi jewels, perhaps. That's corruption. You want me to give the coast preferential treatments? Oh, friends. Oh, friends. I want to help the patricians. I would like the patricians not to be rotting in their own filth here. However, corruption's bad, okay. It might lower my stability. So, I love my husband? No, I don't. I don't know who he is. He's just some guy hanging out. I feel bad. I feel bad that 1/3 of you got stuck in the patricians when there's such bad concerns. That's corruption. That's corruption. I wouldn't call it that. It's just a helping hand, that's all. Our citizens would surely thank you for it. All right, my friends. You get to vote and see what's what. Ah, excellent. I'll see you there. A, we reduce import taxes on gemstones. B, we ban the import of gemstones. Or C, we do absolutely nothing. My friends, you want to make some money? I like making money. Do you like making money? Let's make some money. Money, money, money is I love. Money, 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 money. 500 money for voting with your king right now. Vote A. It'll be great. Who doesn't want to vote A? Good, good, good. Look, we're helping. We're helping the patricians. They're going to get more trade. Won't that be nice? That'll be nice. That'll be very nice. So I think my only real concern by bribing you all repeatedly is when you are able to buy buildings, what is it going to do? Like, what will you be able to ruin all of your money? All right, voting is closed. Import taxes have been reduced, and apparently it gives me money. I'm really surprised to see that I get more money from that. So I was totally thinking with lower taxes I would get less money. But the other regions are outraged by clear nepotism that's taking place. I didn't choose this, the people did. 2 cheers for democracy. Hip hip, no more. Lucian pays them no mind. As profits pours in, he even shares a portion of the income with the treasury. Ah, my beloved, this day you have done well. And look at that, the patricians now have some more trade. That's good. Hopefully they can buy themselves some things. Last mission of this one, an invitation. Hello, Snow Ghost. Your Majesty, it's an honor to invite you to the Lord's Hunt next year. The hunt will take place in the spring, so keep your schedule clear. Alright, so the Barons are not the one that want to kidnap me. That's the Counts. So, what is the Lord's Hunt? I must decline. I look forward to it, or hunting is cruel. I intend to ban it. What is it first? Only the most important event in the March's social calendar. All Barons embark on a marvelous 2-week hunting trip. To refuse our invitation would be a dishonor, Majesty. Come along, bring the whole retinue. You might bag a big one. Sure, your king will be there. Please don't kill me. Of course, why wouldn't you? All right, the season has ended, and we'll see how it goes. Welcome to an auction, everybody. Please vote now. Not quite now. Sorry. Please spend your money now to buy whatever you want. Okay. You can raise faith. You can lower authority. You can lower farming. You lower stability. You can raise trade or lower faith. Whatever you want to do, vote now. See what you get. Do you have any strong desires here? I mean, patricians, you can get some trade back. Wouldn't that be nice? Patricians, you can. How do we improve the patricians' things? My friends, if you're feeling a nice person, yeah, vote for E. You can spend a little bit of money, call it charity, call it philanthropy, and help the patricians rebuild their terribly sad little world. Every bit of cash money you spend on the patricians is one more moment in heaven for you. Also, these accursed counts are lowering my stability once again. Not lowering it quite enough, but there you go. Voting is completed. Changes have happened. Patricians got some more trade. Congratulations, patricians. Marcus Cylon, 1,200 money. Wow. And then creator of sandwiches, Dorgan17, started a prison. Dorgan, I like your sandwiches, but I hate you tremendously. My goodness. My goodness. I can click the Novi Lost to display the money you have? Oh, Noble List. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, I can bring this up so you all can see how much money you have. I think I assumed that the extension would show you, but okay, I understand now. I can show you those of you who are mobile. I'll do that next time for sure. Thanks for the good tip. Good tip. Be nice to you. Your subscription ends tonight. Dorgan, thanks for the sandwiches. All right. So, about my air, crawler return, or an arms shortage in the coast. Let's learn about the air first. Your marriage to Lucian has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you've made some good memories together, but there's really no spark. It's true. And he's a scofflaw for sure. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for gifting a subscription to Dorgan17, and now you don't have to be nice anymore. Good. Dorgan, you're stuck with me. Raise taxes on Dorgan entirely. Thanks, Pepper. Assuming that was you, Pepper. Whoever the anonymous gifter was, thank you very much. He cares more about maximizing profits than my happiness. But spark or no spark, we need an heir. Congratulations, earlier. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's missing. You need an heir. That's why I wear the crown all the time. No heir, no hair, whatever. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of many cousins. Alright, youngest cousin? So I actually don't know what the effect is of any of these. I worry that stability will go down, of course. So I can insist on a child. I still don't quite understand how pregnancy works. If there's two dudes, maybe the game just ignores that part entirely and says any two characters have children, in which case, awesome, no worries. Not love, but duty. Not love, but duty. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the traditional method to avoid loss of stability. Alright, next up, helping the arms shortage over here. Hello to you, Grok23. Your Serene Highness, the situation on the coast is dire. The patricians, I mean, the monarch's navy's in tatters. So few ships remain, I fear we lack the presence to patrol our trade routes. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our peoples without protection? Alright, so we can hire a mercenary company to protect the coast. We can employ some traders in the east to build some ships. That's a 100% guarantee on trade. Guaranteed to build ships. Or the coast has no need for sailors, let them be. In a moment like this, why would you ever trust someone who is not loyal to us to defend our coasts? Why would you ever think it's appropriate to spend money? They might turn their hired blades and cannon against us. We're not going to bring foreigners into this place. No voting for A allowed. You can employ some traders, you can leave them to die, but what you may not do is hire mercenaries. No, no, no. 100% guarantee though, that'd be awesome. It'd be very cool. This is gonna help green. So green and purple, you should both be voting this way. Help them. No. Red friends, if you vote this way, you are actually assisting purple in weakening my stability. Stop weakening my stability. Oh, red friends, you've made a horrible mistake here. Red friends, I'm against you. Yeah, exactly. Who's this red person who's a good person? Yes, good job. Phelan, good job. Paul Harvey, good job. The rest of you mean nothing to me. Nothing, you're dead. So there's a 60% chance, I assume, of losing stability here. So fingers crossed that math goes in my favor. Probably no more votes. Here you go. I alienated by hoarding the treasury funds. Wait, so is this one of those victories for another team? As long as the streamer doesn't win, it's okay. You're helping other people to win instead. Oh, Barons, I once loved you. Fine. Voting is done. We'll see how the votes go. The coast has no need of sailors. In the future, if I ever see any of you say, oh, those poor patricians, we should have helped them, we know who we're looking at. We know who chose not to help them. Counts, you could have used your merchant to help out. Barons, your votes caused the patricians to suffer. Wow, don't blame the king. Not everyone in the kingdom, not everyone in the kingdom believes in military might. Although the patricians are furious that you've left them out to dry, other nobles praise my forward-thinking attitude. Perhaps disarmament's on the horizon. My friends, they believed my nonsense. They believed that the pirates would go away someday. The coast, defiance goes up. The kingdom, though, is now stable. Good. He's got a 40% chance of that succeeding, and it did. Whew! Lucky day. But I'm not going to forget what you did. I'm not going to forget you, Barons. Return of the Crawlers. You recall that we sent the military in to fight off the crawlers before and succeeded, but apparently they're returning. Phelan approaches, and Phelan's one of the good barons. My liege, there's crawlers everywhere. The buggers are tunneling inside of our castles and attacking our garrisons from within. That's not all. Sinkholes have opened up along coastal trading routes. Caravans are going missing everywhere, and prominent patricians are being abducted. We have our own problems too, Your Grace, says Rogbeard. We're losing contact with villages all along the east. Crops are going up in flames, and no one knows who to blame. This is the work of the crawlers, Your Majesty. The crawlers have returned? I warned you, did I not? The crawlers are not simple worms. I've been researching. Paul Harvey has the rest of the story. They're called Vogger, and they're terrible, ancient creatures of unknown intellect who've existed since before the kingdom itself. You cannot fight them. All right. Should we focus on one problem at a time, protect the monarch at all costs, or, had you not ruined my stability, unite the kingdom and fight back as one? So, if we say protect the monarch at all costs, everything goes down except for Defiance. I don't understand why any of us would want this right now, except for the Purple Friends. Hey, you want to be rich? Hey kids, you like money? Vote A, get some money. It's the best way to be. You don't need to protect the monarch. The monarch's just fine. I've got my honor guard. I've got the Chancellor. Wow, look at you all. You all are like, I can't be bribed. I don't need money. No. Why on earth would you ruin everything? Only one problem at a time. Choose this, choose that. Well, some of you, I hope you enjoy your poverty. That's the answer here. Stop the vote. All right, very good. I think it's the case that those of you who are now voting but did not get to vote don't get the money. I'm very, very sorry for that, but I had to stop it from getting out of hand. The economy's going to be ruined. It's true. Just keep printing more gold. All right, here we go. But which problem should we focus on, Your Majesty? We could help the barons reinforce their garrisons and plug the tunnel. This causes Defiance decrease for barons, probably increase there too. It also lowers trade and farming and stability. We're lowering stability no matter what. Is it 5 or lower than 5? Oh, 4 or less. Interesting. Who should we help? Provide workers to the coast to fill in sinkholes? Or send scouts and soldiers to the east to reestablish contact with lost villagers? Yeah, that they all lower stability is unfortunate. Patricians, you've had a rough time. Remember that your king is there for you always. Workers, you go to the coast. You send an extra soldier to protect the patricians and their important trade routes. Without them, the kingdom may go bankrupt. With the other regions, oh, how they suffer. 2? It took 2 stability away? Accusations of favoritism and neglect are freely bandied about the council. Alright, so had I chosen to protect the king, I wonder if I only would have lost 1 stability. Very good. Everyone's having a bad time, unfortunately. The crawlers eventually disappear, practically overnight, leaving me even more confused than before. I'm left with a devastated kingdom and very unhappy subjects. Please stop taking my stability away. It's not okay. Alright, that is the end of that season. In the darkest depths of an eastern forest, Count Nispinel has gathered his fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What he intends to do? Swoop in and kidnap the monarch in full view of the honor guard and the palace watch? No, of course not. We need to use chaos to our advantage. We have 2 options. All right, purple friends, do you want to lure the monarch to the east and abduct him there? You need to raise your own defiance, manufacture a food crisis, and kidnap the monarch during the relief efforts. Lower your farming. So, do you want to lower farming or raise defiance? Purple friends, vote now. And I don't exactly have a preference here. I think. I'll let it vote on the rest of the way, though. Looks like a pretty hardened raise on defiance. My only concern with this is it's going to say, like, raise your defiance to 6. And so, definitely there's carryover from prior missions that can really help later elements of the game. But yeah, you seem to lock down and raise defiance. How high does it need to go? It better not be to 5. We need to convince the monarch the East is on the verge of rebellion. In the current climate, they'll be forced to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. That's when we strike. One monarch enters the peace tent, another monarch leaves. For the final stage of the scheme, the counts must raise their defiance to 7 without starting rebellion. Okay, I know if someone else rebels, we can then force the count in potentially, but not sure past that. All right. Oh boy, Jim. Thank you for the raid host. Welcome all you all. Jim, how was your stream? How you doing? Welcome. My friends were playing a little game called King of the Castle. If you want to be part of it, you can type in right now, !join, a space, and whatever pronoun you prefer. And you'll learn the name of the game as we go. You'll join one of the factions, and there are currently 3 of them. And choose whichever one you want to. It's a really, really fun game, and yeah, it's a fun day for us to play all together. Jim, thanks for being here sincerely. Roliol, thank you for the follow also. Hello. And I'm going to read a little bit more, and then we'll get back to welcome you all in. But if you've not seen Jim play games, I encourage you to throw a follow there. Some of the cutest emotes on Twitch, little adorable pugs with hearts. It's great. In the dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The coastal economy is strong. What do we do with all this coin? We'll buy things, my friend. Land, road, bridges. We'll buy up the whole kingdom, piece by piece. Hello, Nami, how's it going? But first, the monarch needs to be desperate for gold. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. So now there's an interesting unification of aims, where both the barons and the patricians want to lower my treasury. For the barons, this will be stage 3, I believe. Where for these, it's only stage 2. Is that true? I'm not sure, actually. Who's on what stage? We'll see in a second. And then the march. Somewhere in the march, Baron Cajun Killa 94 sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The Palace Watch won't accept our bribes. The treasury's practically overflowing. They don't need our money. And I suppose they ran straight to the Spymaster to blab about it too. Damn our luck. Is this the end? The best investments are never profitable to begin with. We'll bide our time and strike again when the monarch least expects it. The Baron's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less also. Okay. It's time for taxes! So, unfortunately, 2 of you have a common issue here. A common issue of wanting to lower my treasury. The doppelganger counts need to raise their defiance. So, I'm going to bribe the counts and overtax the other 2, I believe. I think this is the correct call. However, we have an ad break coming up. About 40 seconds from now is our once an hour ad break. During the ad break around here, we play some crossword so you don't miss anything terribly important. And when we get back, we will sort out what exactly we're going to do as far as the rest of this playthrough. But yeah, here comes a quick break. Thank you all for being here sincerely. Jim, thanks again for the raid host. And I'm going to go and put you all into emote-only mode now for the next little bit while the ads are coming. 3 minutes of ads, and then back to the rest. Taxation is theft. Yes, I'm the thief of the world, and I'm okay with that. We're continuing on our Washington Post, LA Times Friday crossword, I believe. Something like that. There you are. Got through about a third of it last time. Let's see how we do for the rest of this time. Blank Legend, I have absolutely no idea. Smart in a way. So smart can mean to hurt as well as to be intelligent. Not sure which one on that. Refuse to admit is deny. Some NASA data retrieval missions. I think it's EVAS, so I'm not certain on that. Foolproof. Surefire, most likely. And so it's an urban legend that we're looking for. Smart in a way. Oh, smart can also mean attractively dressed, so dressy. Small fishing boat. A skiff, I think. Seize the sites. Oh, surfs. Ha! Sites, not like tourist locations, but websites. To surf the web. It feels like a very old-timey way of talking about that. Commotions are commotions. There's like a dues. Some kind of dins. Noisy spots, dins. Big Little Lies. Actress Nicole. So with the K there on Nicole, I assume it's Nicole Kidman, but I do not know that. Puts together as a Lego set. That's to build. Builds Lego set. Won't take no for an answer. That's to insist. Yep, insists. Good. Plant anchor. That's a root. Good. Work off these then. Feeling the effects of too much exercise, say. That's being sore. Sweat and strain. Probably toil, though I'm not sure on that. A flute part. The flute has a stem. Good. Cliff dwelling is an airy. Good. Let's work off here now. You are here display. Sign is a map, probably. Good. Premier League team to fans. Okay, so Premier League is the top league in soccer, in football in England. I actually don't know what they call it other than the Premier League. Tiny particles, an atom. Theater accessory. The P. You got opera glasses. You got, prop. I was thinking of the viewers. You have props on stage. The cross here is heart chambers or atria. Daybreak. You have a break at noon often? Oh, wait. Is it just the one side? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Premier League team, so it's either Man City or Manchester United, Man U. I thought they were speaking about the entire league. I had no idea. Ginormous number. Umpteen. Umpteen, that's a real number, right? Dependent on. Reliant on? The reliant has an E here. Reliant, R-E, no, okay. Claiborne of fashion. Is it Liv Claiborne? I don't know. Turn down. For what? Turn down. You like take a duck or goose and kill it and pluck it. That's getting down. I don't know. Gecko or iguana. Lizard, surely. So I think it's Liz Claiborne. Dependent on. Build is definitely right there. Turn down. No idea. Absolute idea. Jingle writing guy. Ad man, probably. Elasting Gold Rush Town is Gnome. And with that, we've spent 3 minutes more. So I'm going to go and pause this, unemote you all. Welcome back. Please don't spoil anything yet. We'll figure it out soon enough, I'm sure. But good. Let's return now to our ongoing game. Thanks again for hanging out during the ad break. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, Gear Druid, it's good seeing you. You demand spending? All right. So, yeah. Is it the case that... Let me see. Green friends. Can I highlight you, green friends? I can only highlight the red ones, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So, I think it's the case that this is stage 2 for both red and green. Yes, and this is stage 3 for the counts. So on my side of things, and also your side of things, red and green, keeping the counts below 7 defiance, yes, is the most important thing. The most important thing for everyone except for the counts. Unless you're happy to have me lose, as long as I don't win, you're happy. So I am bribing the counts for the sake of lowering their defiance. Simultaneously, to make up for the money I'm spending on giving the giving this bribe, I'm overtaxing the other 2 teams and raising their defiance. I feel bad about this. I don't want to do this, but I gotta keep my treasury high. So hopefully this works. We'll see what happens. Okay. The only other thing for me to keep in mind is I need to keep authority high, because if anyone's defiance is it higher than or equal to either of the or both of these numbers, then they can revolt, and that's a bit of a mess. I don't want to deal with that. All right, welcome to another season. We begin with a refugee crisis. It's your problem not paying for it. Baron Terran the Terran. Hello, Terran the Terran. The coast is experiencing a terrible famine, Your Highness, and a steady trickle of refugees has begun pouring into the march. Yes, that is terrible. Yes, that is terrible. They're looking for food and steady work, but finding neither. They've turned to begging. The streets of Marcher cities are crowded with coastal vagrants. How's it going, Rupture? Good seeing ya. And thank you for all the good radio hosts from Jim's channel. Also, friends, you may have noticed some of the characters look extra attractive. If you want to modify what your character looks like, you can buy a copy of the game for $4.99. Do !what is to see that. But you also get in the game just by being here. You don't have to own a copy to do that. Well, I'm sorry to say that my suffering people are clogging up the precious Marcher streets. They need help, not judgment. But will the council give it? Alright, so some possibilities of voting. We could distribute grain among the starving peasants on the coast. This would raise stability but cause some problems. We could fund the local sheriff to deal with the beggars. This would cause some problems, not quite as bad of problems. We can close the road out of the coast, so lock the lock the peasants inside, or the monarch will personally hand out bread to the refugees in the march. A possibility of changing stability, maybe succeeding, maybe not succeeding. All right. In this case, there are multiple I do not want to have happen. I don't think bribing will help this one, so I'm vetoing A. We don't have... Clearly, look at the farms of the patricians here. Patricians have no farms. Patricians are unable to feed their people. We're not going to take the... You have to not just take farm food from patricians and give it to the peasants. No. That's theft. We're not stealing. Instead, do whatever you want to do. I will personally go there and assist you. I'll personally go and help. Come on, counts. Yes. Ray. Oh, Barons, what are you doing? Oh no! Oh, good counts. Yeah, there's probably no argument to give this time would have helped. All there is to say is there's 2 people want my money going down. My money's going down for now. That's how it goes. All right. Bunch of thieves. The local sheriff has been given money to deal with the beggars. They can't be choosers. The sheriff starts hiring new constables immediately. So desperate for new members, they start recruiting from the slums and for the fighting pits. Soon, ordinary citizens are complaining about corruption and random beatings. Hello, Fernandez. No live announcement? Oh, did I not put a message on Discord? So Noms and I were talking when stream started today. I totally forgot about that. Hi, Fernandez. We've been live for a little while. I apologize. Alright, my kingdom money goes down, my authority goes up, thank goodness, but the March is feeling more and more defiant. Oh, March, what are you doing? What are you doing? Snow Ghost, you don't see your icon of voting. Do you need something besides vote? I think it's exclamation point vote space the letter you want. Let's make sure you're in the game, Snow Ghost. Yeah, you're there. So that should be it. Just exclamation point vote space a letter. Not sure, not sure. All right. And now, sacrilege or irritating visitors. We begin with sacrilege. Hello to you, Count Mastodon. Oh, you look amazing, my friend. What an amazing setup you got going there. Your Highness, I'm devout as anyone, but it's beyond ridiculous that one day a week, all the shops shut and no work gets done. I know, it's the ninth god's holy day, the day he rested after slaughtering the other gods like cattle. But he must interrupt trade. I'm leaving profit on the table. I need to remind you, the East is the economic powerhouse keeping the kingdom afloat. We should receive special dispensation. Cool. It most certainly is not cool. Ah! I assure you, High Inquisitor, I have nothing but the utmost devotion to the knife, but I need to think about profit. All right, my friends, what shall we do? What shall we do? We can allow only the people in the East to make cash money. We could maintain some faith. Who wants that? Or all of you can make so much money. My friends, this is giving you a ton of money, a ton of goodness. It's all great. And I will give you 500 extra personal money in order to vote for B. B is good. Vote for B. B is good. Vote for B. Who likes B? You like B. You want B? I want B. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Here is some money for me to you personally. Snow Ghost, you can't vote for X, unfortunately. Gotta vote for A, B, or C. Oh my goodness, they all want the day of rest. Why do you want the day of rest? What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? They like their faith. They like their defiance. All right. So in this case, I actually don't understand why the Barons voted C. I am deeply, deeply confused on this one. I figured all of you all would want to take my money away, but okay. Well, what's done is done. By the blood of the dead. Fine, I'll go back to propping up the kingdom economy, shall I? Alright, so unfortunately the counts have now gotten a little bit more faith. Common folk find it hilarious, and church donations triple overnight. Any rumors that the High Inquisitor was involved are totally unfounded. Alright, you made the church rich. Good job. Irritating visitors. It's Count Tranqui. Your Grace, I simply can't stand any longer. I need you to do something. What do you want me to do? I have filthy peasants scrabbling over my newly built prison and digging up the foundation. It's a terrible security risk. Not to mention annoying. Fernandez, I think you're in the game. Let's make sure on that. Yeah, there you are. They've heard legends of buried treasures beneath the site. Total nonsense, of course. I need you to keep these greedy treasure grubbers off my land. Actually, these rummers may not be nonsense. After conquering the East, King Errol the Great is said to have buried a huge stash of stolen loot. Spoils of war in the area. Why did he bury all that gold? King Errol had plenty of cash at that point. Presumably, he meant to come back and dig it all up one day, but he went off to invade Kirith and got himself killed. Maybe this is an opportunity, though. We could search for the treasure ourselves, send a team of diggers to take the place apart, brick by brick, and dig deep into the foundations. By the blood of the dead, what are you saying? That would destroy the whole place. Okay. So if I take the building apart in search of treasure, defiance goes up, stability goes up. If I place sentries on the prison to keep treasure hunters at bay, the treasury goes down a little bit, and defiance goes down. Or we can dig up a fake treasure hoard and pretend that gold's been found. My friends, option B is great. I like option B quite a beat, to be honest. And the reason I like number B here is because though it lowers my money, which I don't want to do, it also stops the counts from getting their win condition. So all of us want to do B, because I cannot have the doppelgangers succeed. Number B it is. Please vote with me. This is not me being scammy at all. This is me just saying we don't want the counts to win. In this case, red and green and the king are all one side. Unfortunately. I was thinking of trying to go for C, but I knew there was no way to incentivize you to do that, so we'll do our B. Good votes. Good votes. Good votes. But the story? I mean, stories are cool and all, but not losing is cool too. Good work, folks. Voting is ended. Sentries are around to keep the treasure hunters at bay. Your Majesty, to build something and tear it apart would be completely foolish and a waste of precious noble wealth. Fine. That, my friends, is the end of our season. We're doing fine. Everything is fine. By royal decree, it's time to change the laws once more. Anonymous voting. How Noble's vote is hidden from view. So I can't call any of you out right away. I can't immediately tell you that you are terrible, terrible people for voting against me. Noel's vote for least favorite option with least vote passes. Confusing, but last time you all didn't get tricked with this one at all. I think maybe the reason anonymous voting is good is to stop mob voting. Oh, you can still see the colors. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I think some people wait until majority of their factions voted and just vote that way also. Is if you couldn't see who it was, that'd be interesting. This one's probably better for like a party game when you're hanging out with your buddies. But here on stream, I don't think it's as interesting. Like I said before, stop the count just seems cruel, so I'm not gonna do that one. I guess I'll stay with what I have. That's fine. All right. Let's go to the exotic plant first. Baron Le Big Nelio strides in the council chamber, brandishing a clay pot from which grows a long, leafy plant with floppy yellow flowers. Our expert farmers have discovered a new kind of plant, Your Majesty. I thought you might like to name this exciting new discovery. Should we call it Thymian's Bane, Geranium, Royal Ivy, Planty McPlantface, or I'm not a botanist, name it yourself? I worry that choosing any of these will upset someone. So you may name it yourself. Congratulations. All right, I shall name it Twine Root. The stuff grows wonderfully fast. It tastes horrible, but the farm animals don't mind. I suggest we grow it in the march as livestock feed. Or perhaps it'd make a nice addition to palace decor. All right, my friends, shall we seize the twine root and plant it in the palace? We cultivate it the march, or should we ban the crop? It could be dangerous for everyone. I don't have strong opinions here, I don't think. Is that true? Yeah, I think, like I said before, the issue of not knowing whose defiance is affected by these is very, very, very hard for me. Yeah, I have no preferences. So are you sure it only affects red? Because one earlier where the little flag was in the middle section, I believe, or maybe in the green section, it affected everybody. I don't recall exactly, but you think it's just red throughout? Okay, cool. So it's just red defiance goes up and wealth goes up. Their wealth, not mine. Farming and defiance changes for them or whatever. My friends, I leave it to you to decide. If it's red character in the corner, it's mostly going to affect them. Got it. Got it. See, now, if defiance goes up on everyone, I'm going to be annoyed. But if defiance goes up on everyone, I'm going to be annoyed. If it's just red, though, fine, whatever. Because red's defiance is not such a big deal right now. Now, if you have a revolt, then we got some problems. Only 3 people wanted to be farmers. Missing out. Voting is closed. The crop has been banned. Disallowed, apparently. The barons are disappointed in the decision and start muttering at the monarch's unwillingness to embrace innovation. It was not your monarch. It was yourselves. You did this yourselves. Alright, I told them I'd go to the Lord's Hunt. We'll do that one last. But an escaped experiment. Hello, Kevin. Apparently something has escaped from the cellars of Count Quickben's castle. I've asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Hello, Your Majesty. It was an unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug up from the village cemetery. I recognize my Aunt Edna's earlobes. Did it hurt anybody? Demand the Quickben rather, or abomination? Who got hurt? No. It just seemed confused. Kept asking for its father. Is it my heir? Should I adopt the monstrosity? This creature is my life work, Your Grace, and my son, says Quickben. His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I've chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure it won't happen again. It's too late for that, Count. You and your unholy creation must be burned. The only way to cleanse the world of your evil. Alright, so, shall we burn Quickben and his monster? I wonder if you can actually kill a Count, and you can't play anymore. Burn the monster, but let the Count live. The monster may live, as long as he's imprisoned, or free ye the monster. Okay. So I'll talk aloud in this case. We don't want defiance of the counts to go up. They need to get to 7, so there is a little bit of space here. But I've seen some decisions that move things up by 4, and that would be a lot. So A and B probably increase defiance for them, but I don't know by how much. Wise patricians, buff barons, we do not want A or B. I'll just say that plain out. Beyond that, if we imprison the monster, my authority goes down. I'm a little worried about that.
So if we free the monster, it's a 30% chance of stability success. I worry about that. So I'm going to... I need to keep my authority high. I'm not liking any of these choices for various reasons. Man, I wish I had the numbers. Both numbers is incredibly difficult for me. You know what? It's your problem. You all figured out. Your king has too many problems. Your king can't be bothered today. Someone fetch me my heir. Where's my heir? I need an heir. I'm actually surprised we haven't had an heir yet. I don't fully know under what conditions the heir shows up. My friends, I'd like to encourage you to vote C now. So by breaking your votes between C, I'd like you to vote for stop splitting your votes. Stop splitting your votes. The unification of the purple's a problem. Heir is just time-based, is it? Okay. I'm just okay. One more C, please. One more C. Vote space C. Vote space C. Vote space C. Oh, it's D. D is wrong. C. C. Do I have to pull this car off? Okay, fine. The monster is released. Let's see what happens. No, Your Majesty, the boy is not ready for freedom. This will end in disaster. The council would free this unholy monstrosity and allow its twisted creator to go unpunished? What kind of message does this send? You're all mad. You'll see. Doom will come to the east. Doom! Luckily, the High Inquisitor's prophecy proves nonsense. The rolls are with Resorti today. Do I say streamer luck repeatedly? I think I say streamer luck repeatedly now. The stability has succeeded. The so-called abomination is the gentle fellow with a green thumb and a fondness for puppies. Soon enough, he's won over the villagers who allow the children to go on piggyback rides with him. Good. Good. He spends most of his time in the fields, growing flowers and vegetables for the community. Quick Ben couldn't be more proud. Quick Ben, congratulations. You have increased the farms of the counts. That's lovely. What a good thing that was. I had two thoughts all at once. Number one, the randomness game, while super fun, can really throw things off in strange ways. Number two, I wonder what would happen if we could somehow convince people just for one playthrough not to vote strategically, but instead to vote based on like what would be fun to have happen. And I would also do the same thing, of course. Like, there have been a few times I've seen choices like, oh, it could be really cool to, go visit this place or do this thing. But because we have active goals going, I just don't do it. So I wonder if one time we should try to do an RP run. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be really cool at some point. Though I worry if people came in and either didn't understand what we were doing or didn't care what we were doing, they might try to do strategic voting and kind of ruin it. But I'd like to try it at some point. Sure. The Lord's Hunt. I said I was coming, and now I'm coming. Since you were invited to the Lord's Hunt, the relationship with the Barons has deteriorated significantly. It's safe to assume you're no longer welcome there. Well, we had a good time. We had a good run, Barons. We had a good run. You block the stats so they can't see. Oh, do you mean you play the game on this mode instead? Interesting. I'm sorry, Barons. I wanted to see your hunt. A good season. Everyone's doing fine. At the Willa. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The thrice-cursed monarch is still refusing to sell us any public land. It makes sense. The treasury's not exactly suffering right now. Patience, my friend. Let's bide our time until the monarch's gold runs out. Patrician's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. All right, the upstart are saying they have a right to the throne. Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 2. Great, great, great. All right, illicit trade, Archbishop's request, or my heir. My heir. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Friends, the appropriate thing to do when you have a new baby is you send money to the parents to ensure that they can pay for the kid's higher education. Should I die, my crown is passed down to... The council hall is filled with silence. My son, my daughter, my child. Child is fine. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, I've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child? What's their name? Resorty, thank you. Grand, my liege, I'm sure little Resorty III will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. You now just need to fulfill the ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. All right. Yeah, no green event this time. There were a bunch of green events earlier. The fishmen wanted to marry into a green family earlier, and I broke up that marriage. An illicit trade. The pirates return. That plant you banned, Your Majesty, the twine root, it's such a fast-growing crop, and the flower's so beautiful that people have started selling it on the black market. They're smuggling out of the march in bulk and threatens to disrupt the balance of trade across the kingdom. All right, my friends, should we send soldiers to intercept the smugglers, burn the twine root, or legalize it but tax it heavily? This is not about twine root. This is not about twine root. What's this about? You know, it's about things that you care about, things that some of you use regularly. I think we should legalize it and tax it heavily. Wouldn't that be great? I think that'd be a good thing to do. Let people choose their twine root. Vote C. None of these are particularly problematic, I don't think. I think they're all about the same. Send the soldiers. What do you mean send the soldiers? Some of you are the police. Yes, tax is good. Tax is good. Yesterday was 420, it's true. All right, I like how you vote. I like your choices. I'm hoping those taxes go straight into the Resorty pockets. We'll see, we'll see. Voting has closed. 18 of you all want to legalize but tax. The ideal way to... So many of you voted against your own interests. I thought it might work that way by playing on your libertarianism. Ah, yes. The ideal way to prevent a crime is to redefine it. The smuggling dies down when it becomes clear that trading twine root through official channels is much less effort and doesn't require hiding out in fields at night. Stability succeeded. My authority is now tyrannical. That seems a little rough. And somehow, I got some money. As for the march, their farms and traders flourish thanks to prodigious amounts of legally planted twine root. Look at that! Look at that! High trade, high farming, and barons, you got some money. That was a nice event for absolutely everybody. Ah, good. Captain Joseph, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, what does the Archbishop want? Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the East. The counts have long been a matter of suspicion for those of us in the church, but now idolatry and devil worship are commonplace across the whole region. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the East. It's for the good of the realm. Alright, so I can ask the council. I can let him go do so, or I tell him to go away. Yeah. So the East needs missionaries to raise their faith. I worry if I send missionaries in, it might upset the counts. Counts, we're gonna leave you on your own. Go away, Archbishop! Very well, Your Highness. As he sweeps out the room with as much dignity as he mustered, good, catch up. You're sure I haven't heard the last of this? Phil, thank you for the Prime sub. Justice for patricians. I'll see what I can do. Alright, another season has been completed. Friends, welcome to the auction. The auction is here. You can spend your hard-earned dollary dues on buying this or that or the other. Which things would you like? Patricians, it's time for you to improve your farms. You can attempt to grow yourself well. The counts can build their military some. That'd be nice also. None of these are good for anyone. Oh, they're good for everyone. I think more things matter than just increasing your win condition. Like, the poor patricians have had no farming and no military, so they've failed so many events recently. It's good to improve yourselves for reasons other than just your outcomes. Yeah, build up your little territories. Isn't that nice? I think that's nice. I think it's a good thing to do. Ah, yes. Give those counts some fortresses. No preparing for revolts, thank you. 5 seconds to go. More money, more money. Good. So, stronger military for the counts, increased farming for patricians. That's nice. I'm glad that you made some nicer worlds. Look at this, Paul Harvey! Paul Harvey gave the most money to help the patricians. One of the barons helped them out. Paul Harvey, you're a good person. Unlike the rest of these people. We've got a green event called Famine. We got a Gossamer Shield and My Ambition. So, hello Kevin. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. You've succeeded on that. The kingdom has never been more prosperous. Well done, Your Majesty. So, defiance goes down by 1 in each location. But to shut down nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. The advisors have some ideas. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any monarch who recovers it will rule over a golden age. My advice on our hand would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with our own, but the Chancellor has other ideas. So kingdom-wide spy network. Recover the Scepter of Sages. Faith and trade, or stability and trade. Because I just sent the Archbishop away, instead of encouraging him to help out with missionaries, I will be trying to spy on you all. Terribly sorry to say. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting the spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of traveling bards. But this requires a fine touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as we can. And of course, there cannot be open rebellions among y'all. I wish I'd done the Faith one. We've done very little with Faith in the playthrough so far. I'd absolutely love to see how it goes. We'll begin with the Famine. A peasant from the coast comes. Hello, Your Majesty. I've traveled all the way from the coast to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of backbreaking work isn't enough to buy a single Dorgan 17. She's right. The price of grain in the coast is beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in profit while the common folk starve. Oh, poor Swirly Typhoon. Alright, so we can put a cap on the price of grain. If we do this, it is guaranteed to succeed. The people of the Greenlands will no longer starve. Isn't that what we want? I think that's what we want. Or we can subsidize the grain and ensure it's sold for half its worth. Interesting. We can import grain from the March. Interesting. Or the free market corrects itself in due time. So I'll talk through what I'm talking about, my friends. So my two goals right now are to raise stability and raise trade. I also want to keep money in my pockets to slow these two outcomes. I'd like A very much, just because it's a good thing for everyone to not spend money, and it's guaranteed to succeed. And that's pretty cool. C does all of them so everyone wins. I mean, I won't be totally without money. And so, like, I won't end the playthrough immediately. I will get more stability, and you get some money. It's just so much cash. I'm not making specious arguments. I'm just I'm just trying to think aloud. I also do wonder if I didn't think aloud if I'd do better in this game. Like, in the streamer, I have a great desire to tell you what I'm thinking, but is cash more valuable to my people? I mean, I very much want the patricians to do well. I want to take care of the starving peasants, but I recognize fully that you all are not playing the role-playing game. You all are not playing the role-play game. You're playing the win the game game. And so I've got to play that game also, unfortunately. Okay. We're going to go with C. You know what? I'm going to let green and red hit their second condition. I'm okay with that. Do it. Do C, do C, do C, do C, do C, do C. I do not know if it's the correct decision. It's entirely because I just don't know what happens when my stability goes down too far. So this is me making a trade-off, getting you all into third phase. We're all in third phase then. That'll be fun. We'll see how it goes. All right, C was done. So we're advancing two of the other ones. Good choices. The coast is in your debt, Your Majesty. Authority is maxed out. The kingdom's coffers open, and a tide of free grain floods from the march to the coast, putting many coastal merchants, out of business, but giving barons a nice windfall. So trade has gone down for the patricians. Unfortunate, that was against me. Barons get more money, trade is maxed out there, and treasury's down. How much does stability go up? Only by 1. Great. The grain proves sufficient to keep peasants alive until next harvest, which will hopefully bring better days. I have no idea if that was the correct call there, but what's done is done. At the end of the season, we'll get these two concluding. Poor move, maybe. I honestly don't know on that one. There were too many things to think about at once. Your Grace, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our times befallen the East. A demon hatched from the ground? Someone died, or you ran out of capes? Alright, you ran out of capes? Worse even that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the Order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Majesty. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land, tales to make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on the honor of the East. Nonsense! Hello to you, eccentric AV. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we've hired the Gossamer Security to keep order. For a pretty penny, I might add. Alright, so, patrician wealth went down a little bit, but you got a military. The patricians are rebuilding. Good. Gossamer Security then solving the problem unsolved and kicking in the buttocks we want kicked. Blood and stars, Gossamer Security. How has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, Your Majesty, I beg the council to be reasonable. Alright, my friends, so we can recall the order and restore its courtly dignity. It goes back and hangs out with the counts again. We can invest in Gossamer Security to help protect the coast. or we can ignore the situation. So, like I said, I don't know what happens if I hit 0 money. Just not sure on that one. Ignore the situation gets us closer to rebellion here. Yeah, terribly sorry. Terribly sorry, Counts. I can't let you get your defiance up at all. Well, maybe. Well, maybe. You have a long way to go to Defiance of 7, so I'll take that back. I'm not going to allow this instead. But lowering stability is bad also. I'm not going to allow this. I think I've lost the thread on my playthrough now. I think last time we didn't get anyone else to stage 3. I'll still have some money. I'll still have some money. That's what counts. I'm okay with my authority stepping down by a little bit, but let's see how this goes. Alright, so I'm spending money to help the coast. Fine, fine, fine. Voting has closed. Blood and Stars, an insult to the culture and heritage of the East. Treasury is lower still. I bet if I hit 0, I just lose. Oh, okay, if Treasury hits 0, I lose? That's fine. If I lose, it's okay. And then no one wins. We all have a good cry. Alright, end of the season. At the villa. Sitting on the bench outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. To what do I owe this pleasure, Madam Treasurer? Says Delamuka. Oh, give it a rest. You know I'm here. Let's hurry it up, shall we? Where do I sign? Here, and here, and here. There you go, you got what you needed. Of course. Goodbye, Madam Treasurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Was that the Royal Treasury you were speaking with? Indeed, my friend. Good news, with the monarch's gold running out, the treasurer willing to sell off the kingdom's roads and bridges. Soon this kingdom will be ours. What will we do when we own everything? Alright, Greens, what do you want to do? Do you want to turn the monarch into a corporate mascot? Stability goes up, or mercilessly extract wealth from the kingdom until it collapses? Lower my authority. Exclamation point, vote, space, letter you want. Vote now, vote now. And unfortunately, I need to raise stability also, so let's see how high it needs to go. So the Greens are now in stage 3, and they're going to try to make me your mascot. I'll definitely record a jingle for you. We'll soon have the monarch dancing to our tune. We just need to make sure the kingdom's in a nice, comfortable rut. For the final stage of the scheme, patricians must raise stability to 7. 7. And then, blackmail and bribery. Luck is with us, my friend. The palace watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. Music to my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will. But now we must plan our next steps. Alright, do you want to kill the monarch and place your authority, or place your claim on the throne by lowering authority, or control the monarch with the threat of assassination? Raise your own military. I think y'all are going to kill me. You're going to threaten to kill me. That's no good. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alright, so the final conditions have been set. It looks like the Reds, better dead than red, want to strengthen their military. The Greens want to raise stability, and the Purples want to raise defiance. Yep. 14 nobles voted how they vote. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. They'll swap places with the Palace Watch one by one. Once the monarch realizes they're surrounded by our troops, it'll be too late. They'll be a helpless little fly caught in our web. Magnificent. But once we've turned the monarch into our puppet, won't the counts and patricians notice? That's why we need a strong army to make them think twice about challenging us. United with the monarch's forces, will be unstoppable. For the final stage of the scheme, the barons must raise their military to 7. Alright, hello friends, welcome to tax time! Ah, taxes, everybody loves taxes! Gosh, taxes sure are great! Here's a question about game rules. Would you mind reminding me this is how it works? A group can only revolt if their defiance is higher than both stability and authority, correct? Like right now, the barons have defiance of 6. That's higher than 5, but they cannot revolt. It is both. Very good. Okay, cool. Okay. Thank you for your contributions. A new fashion for capes profits the counts to the tune of 500 wealth. Look, you all are still making profits. Oh, they're well, sorry. Good. Tax is done. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright. Spymaster, something happening in Green Territory at the Spy Network. Hello, Spymaster! Your Majesty, I come to you with a sensitive matter. What is it? Become clear that King Consort Lucian is utterly despised by the common folk. He can't appear in public without being mercilessly mocked. Unfortunately, appearing in public is really the only thing your husband's required to do. How could they despise dearest Lucian? It doesn't surprise me. Or when did it start? I mean, frankly, Lucian has not been a good king, so does not surprise me. By all accounts, Lucian's a charmer when in the company of fellow nobility, witty and sophisticated. When he addresses his peasants, his manners change. In his speeches, he's stuck up and condescending. I don't like to pry in your personal affairs, but if your husband's popularity continues to plummet, he could be at risk. Alright, so thank you, nonsense they're peasants, or send for my husband immediately. I'll talk to my husband. What is it, my dear? The commoners have turned against you. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they love me. After all, who doesn't? You're making a fool of yourself. I've never been so insulted. I'll pay for you to take public speaking lessons. I'll station city watch to public, or it's up to you to fix this. I'm trying to think about the ramifications of these choices. You think I need lessons? How could you suggest a thing? I absolutely refuse! Here, more city watch. That's hardly necessary, but thank you! He's fixing it himself, it seems. The other choices were a lie. Show my ambitions. Hello again, Kevin. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spymaster takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. Why didn't I know they were there, or how can I be sure of their loyalty? I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Oh no, can Kevin's owner be trusted? I don't know. Soon, they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles in your council, disguised as traveling bards, not birds, bards. One of the spies tossed aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colorful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we'll have a spy network the like of which the world have never seen. I hope to make even the Gaunt of Tavolin, look like rank amateurs. Can they give us a song? A few notes are plugged on lute. The assembled spies launch into a ballad. Actually not bad. Your toe is tapping. If you think this is good, you should see them throw a knife. Can cut a rope at 30 yards. The people will learn to fear me. Indeed, Your Majesty. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spymaster arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between 2 fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents of the field, Your Majesty. I sent her to Baron Rickety Cat's keep disguised as a singing jester, armed with a lute and a set of juggling balls. Ooh, wonderful news! Don't get too excited, this is only the first step. Let's see what she has to say. 80% trade, wait to hear success of your fledgling spy. The spymaster studies the scroll for a moment, and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame, and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed to Baron Rickety Cat's court with open arms, and is already flattering him with fawning songs. Let's hope our other spies are just successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them successfully wormed their way into nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. 50% roll. Wait and see. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for another message. When it arrives, however, your spymaster reads it with a face like thunder. You want the good news or the bad news? Good. The good news is that Baron Rickety Cat didn't work out, who sent our spy to his court. The bad news is he did work out she was a spy. We had to dredge her body out of the canal. How could this happen? The problem is the kingdom is too unstable. Everyone's on edge. If a bard shows up on their doorstep, they ask difficult questions. Of course, they're right to be paranoid, but it's no good for us. We need your nobles to be fat and happy. Over the next month, more and more spies are ferreted out and killed in increasingly gruesome ways. Luckily, your involvement remains a mere rumor. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's stability as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. I don't want to raise stability. I don't want to raise stability at all, thank you. Because then green wins. Alright, green, let's see what you got. I believe there's a 50% chance to actually win the game there. Got close, but not quite. Your Serene Highness, we're so grateful for Gossamer Security protecting us against the criminals. Excellent, there's no problem? Lately they've been throwing their weight around, demanding higher wages, beating up peasants, hunting on protected lands. Oh friends, you wasted all my money to buy these people who are now taking advantage of the patricians. As soon as we say anything, they claim they're the only thing shielding patricians from danger. The worst thing is, they're probably right. My friends, what shall we do? We can use my overwhelming authority to dock the pay of the Gossamer Security. We can order them out. If we do this, Defiance goes down, military probably goes up in the east and down here, or we can leave them to their business and random stuff will happen. Friends, let's just finally use my amazing authority for some benefit. Vote now to dock the pay of Gossamer Security and finally help the patricians have a halfway decent military. I fully expect that most of you are voting as you're voting just because I asked the other one. But no, like, there's no particular reason not to do this. Nothing particular needs doing. Docking pay is nice. Who wouldn't want to dock some pay? Monsters. Monsters! Looks like everyone's against you, patricians. Why do I bother having so much authority if we're not going to use it against the people who take advantage of our peasants? I'm sorry, coastal friends. We tried your best, but other folks were not with you this day. Someday the coast will be strong, but not today. Alright. The patricians are outraged the council would reject their plea, muttering that even the monarch's afraid of Gossamer security. Authority goes down, defiance goes up. The Gossamer mercenaries continue to plague the coast, stealing food from peasants and demanding higher and higher wages. The patricians are further ruined. The only good news is they keep the criminal element firmly under control. I didn't do that to you all, your friends did. Alright friends, we have 30 seconds until an ad break, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the old crossword and play a little bit more crosswording. In 3 minutes time, we'll end the season and move along and see how much closer to the end we get here pretty soon. So, emote only mode for a moment, and come back in about 3 minutes for more game. Get a drink maybe, or just enjoy hanging out and seeing if we can finish this crossword during this break. Cool. All right. So, I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully get this letter and I'll figure it out. Foolproof. In something. Int, no idea. Part of SLR. You all taught me recently that SLR is single lens reflex. Low-tech card file. A Rolodex? This is like, you have a circular thing with lots of cards on it maybe, and write what, I don't know. A supporter of the arts. Oh, that's clever. An easel. Toaster or roaster, maybe. Oh, the MC. The MC gets up and tells mean jokes or gives a cheers to everybody. A stringed instrument in Hindi cinema. Is that a sitar, probably? A 4-time WNBA 3-point contest champion Quigley. No idea. Childbirth technique. That's Lamaze. Hacker's goal. Access. Foolproof. Chills out with. Hangs. Programs that may update on their own. Apps, I'd guess. College sport on the waters. Crew. Musical ending. Coda. Means tail. A football film starring Sean Astin. Is that Rudy? The only football movie I know is Rudy, and it's 4 letters, so we'll see. Tell me about it, comma, blank. A line from Grease. Maybe stud? Not sure, though. High top blank. It's a hairstyle. No idea. Desert antelope. An oryx, maybe? Yeah, I guess Rudy is correct. I think I got very, very lucky on that one. Hub northwest of LAX is SFO. It's a high top fade. Cool. Investigations, a probe. Bike faster. Pedal, darn it, pedal. Trade show freebies is swag. So in the bag is foolproof. Nice. Foolproof. Iran Contra. No. Don't know that one. Former name of Kinshasa's country. I assume that's Zaire, but I'm not certain on that. Unsuccessful Ford is the Edsel. Ironclad. I misspelled Rolodex. It's Rolo, not Rolla. New Haven Collegians are Eli's. They're from Yale. Greenland is Ire. And lastly, Dragon Roll Fish is an eel. Shoot. Oh, there's still an opening here. Okay, we're good. Dependent on. Rising? Riling? Rimming? Rinning? Dependent on. Or turn down. So unfortunately, the turn down across here, I do not understand what they're asking me. I'm trying to think of like kinds of references for down other than the direction. Like I said, it's like goose feathers maybe. Turn down. So it could be both like lowering the volume on something as well as like refusing someone's interest. Dependent on. Rying, ribing, riking, riding. Oh, riding on. Okay, we're good. We're good. It is turned down like the volume to dim. It's lights though. I apologize I had to do the A, B, C, D, etc. to get there, but we got there. All good, all good, all good. Hey, very good, very good, very good. Let me free you all from the, hey, thank you for fixing that, Pepper, I appreciate it. Vote D, yeah. I'm very glad it was the first 4 letters of the alphabet without having to go all the way through. I got so stuck with, dependent, what did I think it was? What did I even think? There's something I got stuck on early, and I couldn't get off it. Whichever way. Good. Good, good, good. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And that's 2 crosswords today. A fine day. Were there any of this one that really popped out as being super fun? Nothing really stands out as being amazing, but that was a good time. With your father being an electrician, you have a lot of dimmer lights. My father's an electrician also, or he was at one point. So, yeah. It probably took me less time to figure out Airy than it did to get Skiff. I know both Skiff and Airy from video games, probably. The vast majority of my crossword knowledge really is just things in video games, but that's how it goes. All right, friends, let's go to the exciting conclusion of today's game and see which group will end, or win, rather. It's very exciting that all 3 of the factions, as well as Old Resorty, are in the final countdown. Call for unity and increase stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for an option. Interesting. Hey, Rickety Cat, thanks for the follow. Interesting. So, I want 1 stability. You all want 2 stability. This feels super, super risky. Because I want to get to 6 stability, but not 7 stability. Yay, I hear all you green people saying, oh, stability good, stability good. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about, but exactly. And red and purple vote together against stability, so I'm going to take it. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. We'll see what happens. That's a dangerous move that I find very, very interesting. Increased security, begging for scraps, or brand new harvester. Sure, let's get yourself a new Ford automobile. The Lord Patrician Blockhead UK says, Your Serene Highness, the scholars and great thinkers in the March invented new farming implements. Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it a wheat eater. A wheat eater. And it's revolutionizing agriculture. March's farming is maxed out. Also, with so many things maxed out, I'm kind of wondering if after this week we should start a new kingdom instead of playing the same dynasty where the poor patricians have been destroyed. We have great Eustace in the coast. Our farms are struggling to keep up with demand, you know. Will not share the designs with the likes of you, coastal leech, says Will. Our people worked hard on that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards, not you. Alright, we can force the barons to distribute the designs. They don't like that at all. We can compensate the barons for the invention and share with their regions. Farming goes up, my money goes down. The barons get some money though. Leave machines in the march. Defiance probably goes up to the other 2. Or halt production of the machines. They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere. So on the one hand, I think I know what people want, and so Call for Unity really appeals to me to get the 1 stability. The only worry, though, is there may be some other event coming along soon that will... one coming along soon that you all might want also. I can't go to 7 stability or 6 stability until I'm absolutely sure the next thing I do is trying for the end game. So I'm not going to use that. Okay. Please vote now. Please vote now. Please vote now. As long as I don't run out of money entirely, I'm okay. I can win with a penny and a dream. Looks like B has won. I give more money to the barons, and however people get more farming. Everybody loves farming. Hooray for farming, folks! That's what y'all chose. The barons get ever stronger. Congratulations, friends, for your big money payday. A fair price, I suppose. I spend my money and give it to you. Everyone gets farming. Congratulations. What a lovely day for everybody. Next up we're going to do begging for scraps. Patricians continue to beg and wish for more. Hello, Ink, it's good seeing you. Their clothes are stained and rumpled, their face haggard. I apologize for my appearance, Your Serene Highness. I wouldn't usually be seen like this, but what's happened to you? My trees barely yield a single pomegranate. I'm utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. Alright, so you can't make me pay for it. Ha 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 ha. So we can demand that Baron Cajun Killa pay, or make them deal it themselves. I don't think Cajun Killa's here to argue for themselves anymore, so y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out. You tell how much money Ink has? Sure, of course. 0. Ink genuinely has no money. Cajun Killa, you are here! My friends, you'll be stealing money from Cajun Killa! I didn't think you were here. I hope this deal at yourself doesn't cause a loss of my stability. We'll learn some things for sure. Most of you have decided that Cajun Killa gets to keep their money. Congratulations, Cajun Killa. Sorry, Ink. What's happened is... Oh, indeed, Your Serene Highness. Ink returns to their villa where they start liquidating their assets. A huge auction takes place, during which patricians bid frantically for the privilege of taking over Ink's belongings. Though they mourn the loss of property, the cash salves their wounds. A 40% chance worked out. Defiance on the coast goes down. Ink made 300 money. A fine event. All of that for 300 money for Ink. What's happening at the castle? Bad news, Your Majesty. Remember how you increased the security on your husband's speeches? I thought I offered it and he said no. Whoops. Of course I do. At his latest speech, the common folk pelted it with tomatoes and rotten eggs, and dung, an entire turnip which broke his nose. At which point, Lucian lost his temper. He ordered the palace watch to wade into the crowd and start swinging their swords. Oh no, a complete mess. Great, just great, or how many dead in total? Sorry, green friends. I didn't mean to take stability away, but we're taking stability away. 12, Your Majesty. 11 peasants and 1 watchman who slipped on a tomato and accidentally impaled himself with his own halberd. Given the circumstances, it could have been worse. The common folk are on the verge of a full-scale riot. Bring me Lucian! For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I should have kept a cooler head. We can send Lucian on an apology tour. We could pay restitution if I had money, or publicly defend my husband's actions. Lucian, you go and apologize, right now. Of course, I'll wear my feet down to stumps traipsed on the kingdom. I'll bow and scrape to every flea-bitten peasant who crosses my path. Next 3 months, Lucian travels the kingdom, begging for forgiveness. The common folk don't exactly welcome him with open arms, but at least they're slightly less likely to riot. Just gotta keep authority where it is. I gotta stop you all from rebelling against me. Why do you want to rebel? Why do you want to rebel, friends? It's not clear you even win a rebellion. The council will be with me shortly. Council are best friends forever. Ding dong! The upstarts are once again saying they have right to the throne. So far, they do not. Whew! Whew! Getting close. Okay, I believe if I go for this first, there's a possibility of me winning the game. I'd like to increase stability by 1 first, but if I choose anything else, there's a possibility of causing our problems. Bankruptcy looms does not feel like its way of raising stability. The call for Prince does not also. Friends, we're going with this first. Once again, my spies have embedded themselves in Nable's courts. Hope they'll meet with more success this time around. Wait to hear if spies maintain cover. A few weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day, as the spymaster appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Good news, your majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your noble's darkest secrets. Did you know Baron Uncommented Dream has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now! We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our genetically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Only one thing to say about this one. Yes, your majesty, let it all out. A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Oh gosh, there's more. Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon you establish a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, your highness, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we call a vote on reducing them? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go. Chop chop. Baron, can you come here for a moment? I need a word in private. Uh-oh. Kevin's gonna squawk in your ear. Baron Blue Link walks up to the throne, their face quizzical. Your spymaster leans over and whispers something in their ear, and they look suddenly horrified. By the ninth, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that. Sit down, Baron. If the monarch doesn't want to vote today, there will be no vote. Baron Blue Link returns to their seat, trembling like a leaf. This is an outrage! The vote must go ahead! Uncommented Dream, I got some lemons for you. Here comes some lemons. Hey, care for some lemonade? Ah, leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, friend. I could get used to this. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation, or else. Your spymaster meets you outside, unhappy to keep a sly smile off her face. We did it. When I say we, I mean you and Kevin. I do nothing. This is where my reign really begins. Everyone who crossed me will pay. We start teaching Little Resorty 3 how to follow my footsteps. Let's do that one. We believe in Resorty 3. After this, I think they'll be wearing the crown one day. That night, you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy me. I simply need to mention, offhandedly, that I know what they did last winter, or that I know where they sleep at night. Doo-doo! The monarch is victorious. All that remained of the count's attempt to usurp the throne was a prisoner, deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. Patrician's attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed. Marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus wasn't favorable. Maybe next time. The Baron's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Baron Cajun Killa 94 ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Monarch Resorty II ruled from the shadows, getting their way in the council with blackmail and with threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, Monarch Resorty II died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. There you go. Game number 2 is concluded. I had a good time. I hope you did also. I like so much that this time, all the factions got very close to the finish line. I think in the prior game, the only one faction got to like phase 2 maybe. So it's very, very cool to see that go. I'm curious, if we play this one again in the future, would you all prefer to begin a whole new dynasty and realm, or do you want to continue with this one? Because it is the case that the statistics of each of the different groups maintain from day to day, from campaign to campaign. You kind of want to keep it going? Cool. I think the only issue is I feel kind of bad for the patricians. They're kind of in a weak spot. New Kingdom, please continue it. All right, I'll put a voter on Discord. We'll see what happens. At least one more with this. Okay. Brand new one. Oh gosh, y'all are split as I expect. Yeah, you get stuck in a faction if you do that for sure. Let me go put a vote up just for the last few minutes here as we say goodbye. We'll be playing this again probably next Saturday. Today it's Saturday for me. So continue or end. Number 1 is new playthrough. Number 2 is same old one. Please vote now, and we'll see what comes together. I'm not going to say this vote is determinative, but I'm super interested in how you think about it. I realize the underdog story. I can keep it going and get the patricians back on top again. Yeah, I really like the way in which things from prior playthroughs continue. I like that I'm playing the same family all the way through. Maybe a new one now that people have a good taste of the new patch. But my advantages, my sweet advantages, where will they go? No, I agree with you. The new one could be cool because we can then bring in different kinds of factions we haven't seen before. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the vast majority on the side of try one more day on this one. I'm probably cool with that, but we'll talk about it again over the next few days, and then on next Friday, Saturday, we'll play this again, see how it goes. So hope you had a good time. It was lovely. I didn't get any dynasty events from prior bad or good things. That's true. I don't know that I get anything continuing. Though I do wonder if the amount of money and authority and stability are persistent, or if they reset at each new game. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, folks, tomorrow's my day off, so no stream tomorrow. On Monday, we're starting a new playthrough of something. I haven't quite decided yet what. We talked about it quite a bit yesterday, though, so I won't bore you today. Whichever way, I hope you had a good time and hope you enjoy your day off. And Adams and I are going to go for a picnic this weekend, probably, and got a lot of grading to do, of course, but it would be a good thing to talk about on Monday. For now, I appreciate you all. I thank you all. We'll see you again tomorrow. That's not true. The day after tomorrow. If you want to hang out on the weekend, maybe check out the Discord. It's a cool place. There's a link in chat, I'm sure. For now, goodbye and thank you.